I am terrible and just realized I did not change my episode numbers. It's fine. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the exciting 4th episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I hope you guys are all doing amazing today. Yeah, I feel really bad. I should have fixed those. Everybody's going to be like, that's not episode 3. Before we get into stuff, we're going to go through our usual little house rules type of things, and I'm going to introduce everybody for those of you who might be just tuning in for this one, and then we'll get into this exciting episode. So first off, for rules, we do ask that if you guys are familiar with this campaign, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, don't spoil it in chat. We're trying to be up here and give you genuine reactions to everything. So don't do that. Please and thank you. Next off, we ask that people please don't judge people based on their player choices, RP choices for RP, that sort of thing. We're all up here trying to kind of be in character and do that sort of thing for entertainment. And I swear to God, I just seen Roll20 and I see who you've put on there as a token, you piece of crap. Oh no!
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh man,
it's fine.
They're really torturing me after this whole Barovia thing. Damn it! You made me forget where I was at. Yeah, don't judge people based on their knowledge of the game. Rules. There's a lot of them in D&D. We might not always use them. We play by rule cool. If I forgot something, you guys will have to let me know. That really caught me off guard. Sounds like we're good. We're going to go around and introduce everybody, and then we'll get to our recap. And we'll start with myself. Y'all, I'm Vincent Page. I am playing Nephilim, or Liam, your tiefling bard. Very, very excited to get into it today. Let's throw it over to Ace.
Yeah, I'm Ace. I'll be the DM tonight. I'll be playing most everybody else, which may or may not include Strahd von Zarovich himself.
You guys are going to watch VP have a heart attack today is what this means. All right, Foxy.
I'm Foxy. I'm your resident sad boy, I hope everybody is having an extravagant day today. And I'm going to be playing your tiefling with somewhat of a heart.
Foxy the
You're
tiefling now?
playing a tiefling? What happened?
Did I say tiefling? I thought
You did say tiefling.
Oh, I meant
He's a
100%
changeling. He
meant-
could be.
Ian, you're a humanoid. I'll grow some horns.
Nani? Wait, what?
Might be a rabbit today.
Oh, God.
No, changeling with somewhat of a heart.
All right,
All
excellent.
right. Well, I'm Oz, the human order cleric. Grumpy old guy trying to keep some order here. So glad you all could bounce on in. We've got a hair-raising adventure ahead.
Name's Kaylin. I'm your resident star chaser, soul bender. I might be a little bit harebrained, but in the Feywild, it pays to be quick on your feet and quicker with your heart.
Also, this is Lady Stuff, the actual person, not Kaylin, the character. I got
Nobody
you, girl.
cares about that.
Okay. All right, Skynet.
Beautiful. So yeah, I'm Skynet, and they call me Tyr Firefist. And if you think I'm just some bunny to mess with, you're hopping into trouble. So yeah, let's get to it tonight.
Yeah, well done, everybody. That's inspiration all the way around. Fantastic.
For those of you watching this back on YouTube, which is what I'm going to get into next, today's challenge was Easter themed since it's a holiday, so we all had to sneak in the Easter puns for inspiration. And that is the last thing I'll get into before we get into our recap. Guys, if you miss an episode of the live stream here, you can go back and watch all these on YouTube. Vincent Page on YouTube. It's all in a comprehensible, mostly, playlist. As comprehensive I can make things. I'm not good at that sort of thing, but yeah, if you feel the need to catch up or go back and relive these moments, you can do so on the YouTube. All right, we'll just throw it over to Ace then.
Yeah, so last time around, we kind of made our way back to Bavlorna's hut and kind of started going through a little bit of her stuff. She wasn't home at the time, and so our party thought it was a great idea to just go around and touch as many things as they could, which didn't go as well as anybody would have hoped. In the process, they met a redcap who was Bevlorna's personal chef, who was just trying to make lunch when the party decided to try to stab her in the back, quite literally. And she fought back, and it didn't go as well as anybody hoped, as she definitely fought back and then definitely put some people in jeopardy. Almost immediately after that, we had an encounter with some bees as people opened some doors, and somewhere in all of that, we managed to throw a satyr off of a balcony who didn't quite make it out alive. Our party barely made it out alive as they returned to camp, did their very best to try and recover while, you know, kind of licking their wounds, if you will, and some of the party decided to go look for the lost satyr, while a couple of our members had an interesting adventure with a scarecrow, a mushroom, and somehow ended up in Barovia, and it was a real good time. They did make it back safely, and they got a long rest for the night, and we joined back with them this morning as they wake after a long rest, and we see what they're up to.
It sounds like a Monty
actually, I
Python
think we
movie. I
are-
just want to be clear. It had an adventure with a scarecrow and a mushroom. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, Jason. Go ahead.
Okay, I think we wanted to pick back up the night of prior to long resting.
Oh, prior to the rest? Yeah, that's fine with me.
Yeah, so I think where we are is Elfie had gone out to the water to sit by himself after the dance party.
Yes.
All right, so Oz is gonna walk up to Elfie and sit down beside him. And he'll say, I know what it looks like, and what it feels like when you try to do good and someone dies anyway.
Elfie kind of just like glances over at Oz, kind of distressed. It's like, you never lost someone I was trying to save before. I was only trying to help. Maybe I should just stop trying.
You acted because you cared. Because you thought maybe if you moved fast enough, you could save him.
But I acted too fast, Oz. I should have looked for another way to, and now the satyr's dead. It's all my fault.
You didn't fail because you were selfish. You failed because you were hurting.
Elfie kind of looks up at Oz and just almost as if he's finally being seen for the first time. As he's choking back some sobs because everything's different now. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do to remove this feeling. Maybe the elf was right making his deal with Bevlorna. It'd be easier.
We all saw the way you looked at Kaylin after your loss. The anger, the blame. And now here you are. Oz will look over at Elfie. You made the same call she did. You ran in, tried to fix it alone. It cost someone else their life.
I've only ever been alone. Not that I expect anyone else to understand. Elfie kind of strains and with this long sigh, trying really hard to remember something, but gives up as it's been long forgotten. I'm still trying to learn how to trust anyone. Trust given freely can be fatal.
So what do we do with that? Do we stay bitter? Keep score? Or do we start forgiving people for the things we now know are harder than they look?
I'm not trying to keep score, Oz. Just trying to find someone to blame.
Think you've been carrying too much. Maybe it's time to set some of it down.
Our reason for coming here is clear. Try and save the carnival, and now we're trying to save this whole realm from evil hags, and in turn, this has caused me pain I didn't know was possible. However, you're right. My mind will surely break if I keep this inside any longer, and I refuse to be this way. Elfie still was this small creature trying to fit between the bars, finally changes shape back to a medium size, and like the renewed self of being. It's like, I need to go talk to Kaylin before I change my mind. Elfie turns away, but quickly turns back to give Oz a hug. It's this connection between him and Oz is apparent, but even though Elfie doesn't know the right words to describe it, it's almost like that of father figure.
And Oz will wrap his arms around Elfie and just hold on until Elfie lets go.
So where is Kaylin at this moment?
You're muted, stuff.
You're muted.
This is after the dance party. I'm probably sitting next to like Clapperclaw and Liam and keeping an eye on Fungi.
Forget his name every time. It just gets me.
Sporticus is, yeah. Sporticus von Truffle Esquire is his new name.
Oh, okay.
Sporticus, stay.
He's gonna kind of just like walk up over here to Kaylin and just, can I talk to you?
Kaylin looks a little nervous, like not sure if she's going to take him into the woods and shank him or wants to talk to him for real.
Elfie kind of noticed this hesitation, just goes, it's not bad, I promise.
Okay. And she'll follow you.
I'm just like a little ways away from everyone, but not too. I'm not just for DM's sake. No, I'm not entering the fog because I don't trust the fog. However, I'll just kind of getting away from the group.
Smart man. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Once Elfie and Kaylin are kind of away from everybody, kind of just like looks up to Kaylin, and I feel like she would probably see just like the fact that he'd been crying and just these tears that are kind of welling up behind his eyes, and he just goes, "I'm so sorry."
I understand. I don't even think you don't have to say for what, unless it would make you feel better, but I get it. And I'm sorry that you get it because you know the pain of messing up when you had nothing but good intentions. It fucking sucks. But it means a lot to me that you'd apologize.
When everything was lost, it was easier just to blame everybody else and anybody else that had any part in it than it is to, because you can't take responsibility for something you had no control over. And it seemed so much easier, and I didn't realize how much pain this caused you.
It did. I have felt like shit from the moment ever since. And as much as I hate to admit it, I think that it's possible that, I don't know. You said that you don't have to take responsibility if it wasn't your fault. And I agree, it's somewhat true. But you do have to take a degree of responsibility for how it made other people feel. And to have the empathy to understand that honest mistakes happen. I promise you, I meant it when I said that I am going to work very hard to see if there's a way to salvage this. I mean, there's 2 other hags. We haven't even met 2 of the other ones. And at the end, there's Zablina that hopefully we can save her. And I don't know, maybe if the Fae deal works, I have to imagine saving her, that she's going to offer us something in return. And if there's something that I can do to help get your looking glass back, I really want to try. And I'm really, really glad. Well, I'm not glad. I wish you didn't have to understand it. But I really do appreciate that you seem to at least see that I didn't want this for you, and I want.
Go ahead, sorry.
I want us to move on and to move forward together as a team.
I'm still gonna be a part of the team, and I'm not ready to forgive you yet entirely. However, I'm gonna start working through these feelings versus just leaving them inside my mind, and there's just tearing everything that I've known apart. I've always been alone, and I just, you know, that's how you can act. It's who cares? You're alone anyway. Kind of push everyone else away and just leave it alone. And so
I get it.
I'm sorry for treating you the way that I did. And maybe one day down the line we can see what becomes of our group. But I just at least wanted to make sure that I realized what I was doing and came over and kind of just let you know that I'm not going to do that anymore.
Well, thank you. I think it's a good first step.
And it's just, I know that I kind of hurt the mood of the party last night or tonight. I'm just kidding. We're still. I know that I kind of ruined the mood of the party there at the end. It's just, it felt great doing a good thing. And, when I was sitting with Clapperclaw and just like watching this whole thing unveil was like a beautiful moment. But, it kind of hit. And once Octavian was leaving, I was like, we did such a good thing. But 2 people got their items back and become whole. And it just kind of hit my heart really hard that that's not an option for me right now. And, I know we're going to try everything in the future, but, future's very uncertain compared to what we thought we were going to do when we got here. So, I might still have some feelings along the way, but it's just, I'm not going to take them out on everybody anymore.
I think one of the toughest lessons, and of course, this might sound a little bit silly coming from a Korai, somebody who's used to living of 2 minds, but I didn't grow up living of 2 minds. But what it did teach me is that in grief, it's possible to hold both at the same time, to both be angry at what happened to you and happy for other people around you. It's possible to have joy and deep sadness in the same moment, even. And I think it's completely reasonable for you to be hurting as much as your heart wants to be happy for what's going on with other people. But it's the way that we choose to show up for the people who care about us that is really what defines who we are, regardless of what we have going on. And I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying that there's not going to be moments where you're not going to break down, but I want you to know that there are people here who will help you and who want to be there for you.
I know. And I'm going to try harder. But Elfie's kind of like going to be on the side of Kaylin, giving one of those awkward side hugs. Just be like, thanks.
She's gonna grab around your midsection and do a full embrace and be like, "Come here, you little lovable lug."
Elfie's gonna put his free hand right on her forehead and be like, "Don't make it."
And I'm just going
Elfie's gonna saunter away and just look back and be like, let's see what tomorrow holds, and kind of walk over to Tyr.
Oh, but before you walk over to me, I was actually going to walk up to you guys and just kind of wrap my arms around both of you guys and be like, "Hey guys, I got some I got some fish going on at the campfire over here. When you guys are ready."
I love that.
Slightly feeling suffocated with Kaylin around his waist and Tyr around it. Stop and be like, "Thanks."
Sorry, I was trying to throw that in there, but I wanted to let you know.
It's amazing. I love it.
Kaylin's
got a rug burn on her neck now from how hard Tyr grabbed her.
I was going to kind of walk back over towards Tyr and the campfire that's magically not here anymore. And just be gonna touch Tyr on the shoulder and just give him a look and then sit back down because he feels like an apology would be lost upon him.
Touche.
So he's just gonna give that reassuring glance and just
Yeah, I think Tyr would just kind of look at you and just kind of give you a big smile and be like, "Food's ready, bub." Because he doesn't know what you're trying to say, so he's just like, "Yeah, well, let's eat."
all right.
I like that we still have our frog corpse on our map here. In the
Yes,
middle.
Jeremiah.
I mean, nobody's done anything with it.
I thought we buried
We
him.
buried him. He's got
Yeah,
a
we
little
did.
marker, remember?
Okay, so all right. I'll put something over top of him. It's fine.
Please, is it gonna be a gravestone? Please tell me it's a
Just
gravestone.
a pile of dirt.
Yeah, the
Don't
way it
follow
looks right
through.
now is like Liam and Clapper are just sitting on the frog, just like, I guess this is a
Little
permanent
frog
fixture.
Look, he's
here.
got it in the last 2 days. He very well might be big enough to sit on now.
You know, I've heard of a toadstool, but never a frog stool.
As she glances over to Fun Guy.
Okay, guys, did we tell you about what happened tonight?
I don't know.
Let me tell you what.
about-
I just gotta warn you. Nobody if Sporticus asks you if you want to dance, just say no.
Sporticus. Oh my god. It just
There it is. There it is.
There it
I
is.
hate you.
What I missed.
Wait till he pieces
That was
together
it.
the rest of the name.
I didn't
Von
hear her
Truffle.
say the rest of it.
Von Truffle, Esquire.
All right, so we can assume you guys filled in the rest of the party on your wild adventure to, was it Bavaria?
Barovia.
Barovia.
Bavaria. Bavaria is a
Yeah.
very real place.
Bavlornia.
I don't think that the Germans will appreciate Bavlornia.
All right.
Yeah, I realized
and
when I said that, I'm like, nope, that's a real place. That ain't.
Nope. Yep. Let's not conflate the two, because one of them is a real bad time, and I don't know if the Germans in the chat are going to appreciate if we say Bavaria is a horror-filled landscape.
I can assure you that I don't think that the two can even compare, so it's fine.
Yes.
All right. Anything else before our long rest?
I think I would just venture to Oz to say, hey, buddy, you come join the campfire. You're about 5 feet. There you go, buddy. Sorry.
Oh well, now it's uneven here. Let me fix that.
Oh God, he's back! Oh no! We're not
Oh,
on the map
gracious.
screen, so just again, so you guys know at home, he keeps flashing Strahd at me. It's real scary.
You
I
came
do
up
have
that really fast in that little period of time, Ace.
He's been sitting on it, just like holding it.
I got a little
Dear.
bag of tricks, you know. It's fine.
All right.
Tier, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe this is just a thing back where I am. I grew up around a bunch of orc druids, but everything I ever heard about barbarians is that you became a barbarian because you had something in your childhood where you couldn't help somebody in your family. I mean, is that why you became a barbarian?
Yeah. So I became a barbarian because long ago, when I was just a kid, our town was ransacked. It was completely demolished. They burnt everything. They killed both my parents, and I was taken as a kid and was taken to a life of slavery and I had to fight for my life. So they pinned me against others my entire life, and after about 20 years of that, they finally let me go.
Is that Rothgar? Is that where the story comes from?
Yeah.
God damn. That's heavy.
And I've been fighting for people ever since. since I couldn't help my parents.
Dang.
Who
I
do you
hope.
fight for
I
now?
know. Say it again.
Who do you fight for now?
I fight for the people now. I wouldn't say there's any one specific type of people I fight for, but you know, any ways I can do to help, I do what I can. And I come out swinging most days. Try to, at least.
I got scared earlier today. I tell you what, Tier.
Well, what'd you get scared about?
When you were face down in a pile of your own blood right in front of a red cap, I was a bit scared then. I didn't know if we were going to get you out of it.
Yeah, I will be honest. I was definitely contemplating if I was ever gonna make it out of that one.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad all of us did. Despite everything that's happened, most of
we're all
us.
here. We're all here for each other. We've got your back, but let's be a little more careful starting fights.
At least ones we don't know if you can finish.
It's fair.
Well,
I promise.
that's fair. In my defense, that red cap didn't look all that strong.
The giant sickle cleaver didn't give it away that she was a little terrifying there, bub.
Not really. I mean, I just think the short little red cap. You know,
Mhm.
I thought she ain't got nothing on me. She had a lot on me, though, guys. She had a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I believed in you. I believed. I got scared, but I believed.
I'm really glad you believed, because there was a moment I didn't.
Yeah.
Did a smashing job. It's fine.
Was that after her first hit?
Wonderful.
All right. Shall we go to bed?
Good idea.
I think I'm ready for bed.
Are we all sitting around the campfire? Is that the plan?
Yeah, it's like Baldur's Gate. We all just lay out our bedrolls and
I think we can
Everybody-
get
everybody
backing
goes-
that out.
exactly.
Oh, he's gonna move over and put his bedroll next to Oz.
Aw. Kaylin is gonna stay in between the two children. Kind of afraid what they might get up to together.
Which, even while everyone is like settling down to go to sleep, the mushroom is just still dancing away. Like this guy has not stopped moving this entire time.
Hey, little buddy, do you sleep? And do you promise not to run away in the middle of the night?
What sleep?
Okay. Do you just promise? Do I need to put a leash on you, or are you gonna stay put for the night?
It's a leash.
I need to put him back in that little container.
Oh, speaking of which, wait, we got some items.
Yeah.
Do we want to look at these items?
Oh, he's gonna get up and run
Oh.
back over here to his spot at the campfire and be like, "Yes."
Oh yeah, Oz was like going to sleep and he was like rolling back over, grumbling. Oh, that's a good idea. I guess.
Oh, he's gonna be like
so
looking at Oz like almost at like clap claw level of excitement and be like, "Let me see the jar. Let me see the jar. I really want that jar.
Okay.
That vase."
So first we'll get out the vase with the broken wishbone in it.
I'm
I think.
gonna turn to the fun. I'm gonna turn to Sporticus and go. I got a nice new home for you.
I don't know.
Home? Like the forest?
Okay, temporary housing is like.
A house.
All right, we'll talk about it later, buddy.
So sorry. I got slightly distracted. You handed me the vase with the wishbone in it.
Yeah, I'll hand that over. What was on the outside of that one? Or something.
Flash
On
it to
one
Kaylin.
side, it is actually painted to look like chicken legs. And inside is a broken wishbone.
Kaylin just doesn't know why, but she takes the fork out of her bag and just like, no, we're not doing that anymore.
You still have the fork with you? Oh my gosh.
The fork with me.
How is the jar sealed? Is it like a cork on the top or the vase or whatever?
No seal, just open vase.
Oh, okay. Elfie like kind of turns it over. Can the wishbone fall out in his hand?
Yeah, both pieces.
Cool. Elfie's gonna hand the vase over to Kaylin for her to put her fun guy back into. And then he's gonna attempt to cast mending on the wishbone.
Are you simply casting mending?
Can you be slightly more specific?
I mean, are you holding these two pieces and casting
Yeah.
mending?
Yeah, I
Okay,
have both
then
pieces in
nothing
my hand.
happens.
Okay, Elfie's gonna look at it kind of confused. He's gonna hand half of it to Kaylin.
Put them together. Oh, if we
He's
piece them
gonna-
together?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're gonna
okay.
touch the pieces together, and then with this spare hand, trying to cast mending again.
Yeah, so before you even get the second to cast, the minute the two of them are reunited, it fixes itself and reunites to one whole item, as only the two of you hear this cold, wretched voice in your head that
Not more.
says, Gabitha forgets the first creature she sees when she wakes. Although her memory of it returns the next night when she sleeps, the creature forgotten by Scabatha will remain invisible to her for that day.
Did you get all that?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't have my notes open, and I was not 100% ready to start typing.
Yep.
I did, and I couldn't keep up.
The beauty of it being on YouTube.
Okay,
Well-
kind of like look at Kaylin and be like,
A clue
Sounds
there,
concerned.
Sherlock.
but it's like slightly concerned hearing voices in his head. Look at her and be like,
Oh, this isn't that bad. Don't worry. This one can't get you. I promise. I know the difference.
So then Elfie's gonna let her kind of like explain it to the group here a little bit slower.
So, Scabatha, Nightshade, apparently. Granny, Scabatha, Nightshade. Scabatha, Granny, Nightshade? I don't really know how the order of her name goes.
As you say her name like 3 times, Clappercaw has
God.
moved behind Liam and is like
Aw.
absolutely full powering, like borderline using Liam as a shield. Like he is absolutely terrified at this point.
Can I just say, when you said that we said her name 3 times, I thought she was about to appear.
Yeah, Beetlejuice the hell out of her.
I got really scared too.
I was like, oh no.
Snaps his fingers and be like, damn, missed opportunity.
So it seems that whenever we get a chance to see her, and I'm just gonna go ahead on over to Clapperclaw and just kind of like put my hands over whatever the closest place to ear holes would be on his skull, like, and just be like, I know we knew she can't remember the first person she sees when she wakes up, but apparently she will remember them at night. So we should make sure we see her first thing in the morning.
Where's
And
this coming from?
oh,
Why are you
sorry,
suddenly
magic.
talking about Scabatha?
Okay, look, voices in the head again. I know it's weird. This one told us though about this. Elfie, back me up.
I think I'm kind of just like shake his head, still like very concerned that he's hearing voices. You're like, yeah.
I promise. This was like a message in a bottle, but like the bottle was only me and Elfie.
So
Like just now when you did the
Yeah, yeah. Look, I don't know how this magic works. All right, but that's just what happened.
So you said that Nightshade will forget the first thing she sees in the morning?
The first person she sees. Mhm.
So-
Right, so who's getting in bed with
So
her?
as in, I was about to say, as in singular?
It seems like it's just a single, whoever the first person is. Not
Okay, so we
multiples.
I feel like we got to play our cards right then. Should
Also,
should-
I do feel the need to mechanically clarify the terminology was creature she sees.
oh,
Fair enough. First creature.
I mean, are humans not creatures?
They are, but I don't want you guys to end up getting burned because you think only people are what count.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the clarification.
Hmm. So I think that, yeah, I think whoever is the person who decides to slip into bed with her, you know.
All right, Tyr. Way to volunteer, buddy. Proud of you.
You did, buddy. It's really nice of you to decide to crawl into bed with her.
Oh, that took me way too long.
You know, it took longer than I expected, but the payoff was worth it. Okay.
Hey, I'm eating the salad, bub.
Looking at my notes, trying to put together garbled gunk that I typed really quickly.
I was sitting here, I was looking down to eat my salad, and I happened to look up. I'm like, man, everybody's got their nose. Oh, nose goes. Okay.
So
By
yeah.
the way, there's a fourth law in this land. It's called nose goes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. It'll be a good hit though. It'll be a good hit.
I don't know that I'm hating on it. I mean, technically, she has my item.
Yeah.
That's how you got to get it back, bub.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. If you had slipped me into bed with her, she would not. It wouldn't have ended well. So it's for the best that it's not me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to learn and grow. You know, not just immediately attack a hag that's 17 levels higher than me. Or whatever the terminology would make sense. Who studied magic for 300 years longer than me. All right. Next item. Now that we know what that one did, that was a fun party trick.
I mean,
well, we got a
kinda
ticket.
Wait, sorry. I was gonna be like, well, wait. What's the lore of a wishbone, and if we break it, and whoever gets the biggest piece gets a wish, right?
Well, I think you and Oz should break it between the two of you.
What do we wish for right now that helps us?
Elfie's gonna kind of like look down at the ground and be like, I mean, I know what I want to wish for. You kind of like walk over to Oz, the wishbone in his hand.
I don't know what I would, so it might be wasted right now.
You guys can't come up. Oz, I know Mr. Orderly and all, but come on, not a single thing you could wish for?
Plenty of things I could wish for, but what's gonna make the difference?
I mean, it's selfish to ask, but I could wish for my item to come back if that's even possible.
I think that's a worthy wish.
So Oz and I are gonna hold this wishbone and try and pull it apart.
Yeah, we doing rollies here.
I wish with
Yeah.
all my heart.
Yeah, let's get a roll off and see who gets the bigger half.
Strength
Ooh.
or
No, just roll a d20.
oh, all right.
How do you do
A
that?
roll off.
Yeah.
D&D Beyond you can use in the bottom left corner is a little red circle.
Oh, perfect.
I gotta take this hoodie off. Getting hot.
All right.
To fly with
13.
dragons in the land of heart.
Okay, I've got a 13. It's a pretty solid roll.
10.
Ooh.
So it breaks, and Oz does get the bigger half.
I was gonna look kind of
well,
sad, but then
LP,
look at Oz and just this like hope in his eyes.
tell me about your item.
I don't know exactly what it looks like, but it's a hand mirror. That's what I've been searching for, and I don't know exactly why or what it's gonna hold, but it feels very important that we try and get this back.
All right. Well, Oz is gonna sit down, kind of typical pose he might take when he's praying as a cleric, and close his eyes and make a wish for Elfie's item to be returned to this world.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
Oh.
Oz, I'm gonna have you right now roll a D100,
Oh.
and you're gonna pick high or low.
Oh God.
Drum roll.
All right, we're gonna pick high. Oh no!
Oh.
Before you go too far, is this something that we can-
Inspiration.
I was about to say,
Inspiration.
can we burn an inspiration? I
Listen,
will give my inspiration.
If somebody wants to use inspiration here, I will absolutely let that happen. I also
All right,
want to
we'll do it.
clarify, this doesn't mean it's just going to, show up and then that's going to be
Correct.
what happens.
Correct.
Yeah.
But there's a hope.
All right, we're gonna do it.
I burned my inspiration. I'll let Oz hold on to his,
Okay, cool.
since this is for me.
Oh no!
Oh no! You didn't say high or low on that one.
And my axe.
I was gonna keep.
I volunteer my
I volunteer.
inspiration.
Mute.
Oh my
Are we doing
lord.
it again?
We're gonna burn all of our inspiration for this win. I swear to God.
We're gonna keep high because we can't change now.
I mean, come on. Oh, oh my god.
What are we trying to get higher than? Is the question? Is it 50?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh.
I mean, that's 2 inspirations down.
Oh. Oh.
All right, one more.
Oh my
mind.
god.
Doing it again. Going high. Let's do it.
Bunch of gambling
Yes.
addicts is what we got.
Hey! You know, I'll have to say that A felt a little forced, but hey, it's fine. I'm here for it.
So here's what I will say is you take some time to pray and kind of focus on this one little thing. And I think I guess let me ask you, as Oz would kind of sit there to focus on this, would he be eyes open or closed?
Close.
Okay, then I think we are going to leave it at that, and we'll go from there.
No.
All right.
Oh, he's gonna kind of look a little distraught and be like, where is it?
And I'm just gonna go over to Elfie real quick, and I'm gonna say, okay. I just have a good gut feeling. And I don't think it's gonna be immediate. And I don't even know for sure. But I have a gut feeling that something good just happened. Okay, good night.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Work is blowing me up, and my student trying to check into the hotel, and it's not.
Oh, no.
But one more time. What did you say?
Sorry. I was saying, I don't know exactly what just happened, and obviously your mirror hasn't just magically appeared in front of us, but even if it's not the immediate repossession of your item, I have a feeling that something good just happened, and I hope it's something good for you.
Oh, he's gonna just like look at her kindly and just be like, "Yeah, me too." He's gonna go back over to his spot while we look at the rest of the items.
He looked at me kindly, guys.
Character growth, let's go.
She kind of just like goes over and just gives Clapperclaw a big hug and goes, "Love is real, y'all."
Yeah, I think Tear's gonna be like, yeah, and here's the fish.
And have a
Eat 'em.
fish.
Have a fish.
Oh my god.
Kira's trying to feed us like grandma. Like, you're not done.
I still got
Finish
6
your plate
fish
off.
on the fire. I gotta finish them off.
I think after Kalen puts him down, Clapperclaw would kind of, with one of those giant lobster claws, like probably pull on Liam's shirt a little bit. Be like, "Hey, do you think I have a gut?"
I don't know. That's a good question. Do you feel like you have a gut?
I don't think I've ever had a gut feeling.
You ever been really sure of something?
kind of like really like his kind of taps this giant claw onto this, stag skull as he's like really trying to think. I mean, I'm sure that I don't want to go back to work for Granny Nightshade.
Basically the same thing. It's what people call a figure of speech.
Figure of speech. Huh. As he kind of like slowly starts to walk just in like a little circle, like almost lost in the thought of what this could possibly mean for the rest of his life.
The implications are huge.
Honestly, Clapperclaw's learning way too much at our camp. We're gonna have to part ways soon, otherwise his brain's gonna explode.
Wait till you learn the meaning of life.
I know.
Oh my.
All right, well, there's been a lot of excitement for one night, but I think there was a helmet.
There's the helmet. Oz will pull it out of his bag and kind of hold it in his hands, taking a closer look at it. Anybody have a way to figure out what kind of magic this is, if there is?
Elfie raises his hand and be like, I can try and be useful.
Take a look.
Just gonna roll an Arcana check, I guess.
Are you hanging on to it?
I'm touching it.
Yeah, so as you take hold of it, and go ahead and give me your Arcana check, but the moment you take hold of it,
6.
you are absolutely assaulted by a slew of different voices.
Oh no, no.
And it takes you a minute to even comprehend what is happening, but kind of unwielded and in its rawest form, you can hear the voices of Kaylin. You can hear the voices of Liam, Oz. You can hear the voice of Tyr. You can hear the voice of Clapperclaw. You can hear this like small hum of this little mushroom just singing a song to himself. You also hear several other voices that you personally don't recognize who are saying all kinds of absolutely unhinged and nonsensical things to you that you don't even comprehend as they all flow into your head in the moment's notice. To a point where I think it shocks you just a little bit and it forces you to kind of drop this thing. Doesn't damage it at all, nothing wrong, but it does break that moment of concentration as all of the voices and all of these thoughts immediately cease. Your Arcana roll of 6, I think, lead you to believe that this thing is cursed and has basically made you like hear a bunch of ghosts that are haunting this thing.
So I can't differentiate and hear and know that these are their voices. Like,
I think you would. I think you wouldn't recognize their voices, but also they were right in front of you, and you recognize they weren't talking, right? So, like, I think you would think there's probably some kind of foul magic at play that's trying to mess with you.
Elfie, after like hearing voices in his head for the second time today, is this gonna be like kind of shaking a little bit and be like, that helmet's bad. It's
Why do you say it's bad?
It's just too many voices.
Oh God, a voice helmet. Oh no.
Oh man, was it made in the fires of Mount Doom?
Is it speaking to you in dark speech?
I don't know if that really plays into this realm, but
Oh, okay. Not cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that's dark speech or a different kind of speech, but damn.
are we about to become the Fellowship? Like,
Did literally just say, and my axe. So.
Man, so Oz didn't experience
derailing,
anything
my
like
bad.
that when he had picked it up, right?
Yeah, not immediately, but also I'm going to say that Oz didn't necessarily try to channel anything, magical or actually take anything magical out of it. I think you kind of just took it and were hanging on to it. If you want to take a minute to research and or study this thing and like actually focus on it, by all means.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to pick it up since nothing had seemed to happen to him in the last time, and just kind of look at it.
And I'm gonna, as soon as I've heard creepy voices, I'm going to be concerned for everyone else, and I am going to look and be like, Oz, if you want this, I am more than happy to give it to you, or more than happy to have you be the one who has it. Are you prepared for voices?
Sure.
Elfie's gonna reach
Okay.
out, kind of like his shaking hand as Oz reaches for this helmet and just goes, guidance.
Okay. And Kaylin's gonna like literally watch him like a lab rat.
Check it out.
Yeah. So, Oz, feel free to give me an Arcana check, and we'll kind of see what you gleam from this thing.
All right. Well, that's probably not going to be great, but
Ooh.
I'll do a 7.
Man, we're all rolling bad.
Yeah. Again, you do have a guidance, though. I mean, technically, you do have a guidance if you want to add to it.
Fair enough.
Only we have some
All right.
inspirations.
Is it a
Yeah.
D4?
Yeah, D4.
Yeah, when you
Oh boy.
Still gonna.
Oh, an 8.
Goddamn.
Yeah, so you kind of have a similar experience, albeit it's a little slower. You have you start to hear the thoughts of all these people around you start to just flow into you, and I think you can hear the concern from Kaylin. You can hear all these different voices that just really start to kind of overwhelm you to a degree, but you are able to individually pick out each and every person here. Although there's a couple other voices that I think are a little overwhelming, and it's enough to kind of jar you back where you maybe set the helmet down or drop it, and it's just a little shocking because you weren't expecting it.
Okay. Whoa. Yeah, that was an experience. I think think something similar happened to me. So something strange with this helmet for sure.
Tyr will kind of reach over and be like, let me give it a shot.
Everybody, pass the helmet. By the way, just by looking at it, is it for the Arcana check? Do you have to be holding it to run the Arcana on it?
Correct.
Okay.
It's not gonna help. I rolled an 8, but anyways, I'm holding the helmet like you've got no
Not another
power
8.
here.
Yeah, and
Oh
I
my.
think you're being a little less versed in magic than the rest of them. I think it's probably the most striking to you, especially because the dominant voice that you hear is not one that you're familiar with. And in fact, I think you can not only hear, but you sense that this voice in particular is absolutely furious. This voice is mad as hell, and I think you almost feel that this voice is trying to penetrate your mind just a little bit. In fact, it's almost like it's trying to give you a command and tell you to do something, and it's so aggressive to the point that you end up dropping this helmet and kind of stepping back from it.
Yeah, I think Tyr's just gonna not quite understanding exactly what all has happened is going to specifically seek out the fact that it's trying to command me to do something and be like, and ask the people like, should I put it on? Like it's trying to tell me to do something.
That sounds bad if you're not understanding what it is. I do have concerns.
Well, he's gonna kind of reach over and just grab not the helmet but Tyr's arms. He didn't drop it, did he?
He did.
Drop
No,
it, right?
I dropped it, but I kind of picked it back up. But just
Yeah, no, Elfie's gonna grab his wrists and just slowly put them back to the ground and be like,
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, all right.
At this point, I am going to come over, and I don't want to insert too much, but I also kind of do. Because I am going to pick up the helmet, and I'm going to look at Liam first, and I'm going to say, bring me back from the dark.
Elfie's
Whatever
gonna
happens.
tilt his head backwards and be like,
Well, you're gonna groan even more when you hear what I say. Always.
Ah!
Always.
But as she grabs the helmet, since I'm standing in front of Tyr, I reach
Channel-
out and I touch her. Since I'm still concentrating guidance, and I just go guidance.
Channel my inner Alan Rickman real quick here.
Exactly. All right, please.
Hey.
rolling better than us.
Hey!
Yeah, so Kaylin, you take a minute to focus on this thing, and this is not an unfamiliar experience for you. In fact, to you, it's almost normal. In fact, I would go so far as to say, if anything, it just makes things easier for you. It's as if your telepathy is now connected to everyone at the same time. It's the same sensation to you. It is no different than when you would, be able to telepathically connect to one person, but instead you're hearing everybody at the same time. And I think you kind of get the idea that this could be honed to be very similar to what you would use, but in this kind of unhinged kind of form where nobody's really taken the time to really figure out just how this works. It's a little bit different right now, but with a little practice, maybe a little study to, connect with this thing on a little bit better level, you probably have a little better idea. And with that, you guys have a helm of telepathy.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Are we
Nice.
able to focus
Well.
telepathy, or is it always going to be like this overwhelming thing?
No, you absolutely can focus. It'll let you cast detect thoughts and use it to one person. It also has the ability to cast suggestion once a day.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Kaylin.
Suggestion.
Oh, hi.
Well-
Sorry. It's like,
What?
oh, this is beautiful. Oh, the voices. I think it's a good thing, right? No scary commanding happening, right? Right?
Please let me wear it.
He's finally just wanting to know what it's like to have a thought,
Yeah. That's an interesting question. So again, I'm actually super new to. Would be the first item I've ever received or anything. How do these things work? Is it like you can only have one owner, or is it one where different people can use it?
So no, different people could use it. The problem is only one person can be attuned to it at the time. And I believe in most cases, character limits are attuned to 3 items at a time. So
It's
to
a long
attune to
rest
something,
attune.
correct. It would be a long rest to actively attune to it.
So
Okay.
Kaylin is attuned to it right now.
I wouldn't even
Maybe
say she's
that
attuned
Not
to it.
yet.
I think she's just able to kind of glean what it is. And again, with somebody attuning to it, you'd have full access to the detect thoughts and suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
And there's no, like-
it's only on a creature you've already cast detect thoughts on.
Correct.
Okay. Looked here my only concern was the command voice that you heard. That was my only concern. The angry. Again, I'm more than happy to if you want to sleep with it for the night and try it out tomorrow in the morning and see how it goes, and maybe it's less angry commandy. I'm more than willing to do that with you, buddy.
Well, first I'd look to the group and be like, does anybody else want it before I take it? Because Tyr's
Well-
not typically the person to have it, so
Yeah, no, well, I guess we should probably strategize around this thing. So outside of combat, it makes sense for, I guess, anybody to use it, but I think you're usually pretty busy hitting people and getting hit, so you might not have time to be
good point.
thinking to people in the middle of
I'm
going crazy.
yeah, Tyr's gonna be like, yep, I'm not gonna argue that. Like, you right.
Yeah, so Liam says, I am good. I like to learn thoughts the old-fashioned way, so you can count me out of the runnings for it as well. If that makes sense.
Hyperclaw stepped forward and is holding his hand up, just like waiting, just eagerly, like.
Are we gonna give it to him? I really want to know what happens if we give it to him.
So I think we're going somewhere you don't want to go, Mr. Clapperclaw. So I don't know that makes a lot of sense. I think your head's kind of big anyway.
His hands
Damn.
immediately drops. His shoulders kind of slump over. He just flumps onto the ground, like sitting there pouting.
Hey, listen, we're gonna use this to get rid of you know who. Okay, we won't say your name. Don't want to freak you out. But maybe we find something awesome in our place and we'll bring it back for you.
Head's not big.
No, it's.
At least I'm not old.
Oh no.
Bro, 3-year-olds can be mean. 3-year-olds can be vicious.
There, buddy.
Wait,
It's a
did we
beautiful.
determine he's
It's a
3?
beautiful head, pal. It's fine.
I
don't know
think
why
it's
it's
cool.
pretty.
It is cool. You're right. And I'm gonna
It's
take.
the
I'm gonna take
best.
him a little bit away. Like, okay, you guys figure it out. I got him.
Yeah.
Elf is gonna kind of like put it in his thing and be like, "Well, Oz is the only one that hasn't gone almost dead yet, so I think we should just let Oz hold on to it. He'd have the best
Yeah, I can
opportunity
put
to
it
use it
on.
all."
I don't know, Caitlin, you're pretty good at those mental things. Do you think this would be useful, or can you already do this stuff?
I cannot do detect thought or suggestion. Those are not.
But you have telepathy, right?
I do have telepathy, correct.
I'd have to side with Oz. I mean, Oz, you're very wise. You could really use this to our advantage.
All right. Well, I guess sleep with it on
I
the
will
head.
say, Kaylin is holding it. She's like a little concerned, knowing the weight of having other voices in your head, and she's like really reluctant to give anybody else like the horror that it can sometimes be. She's like genuinely cares and is truly from my place of like, okay, just if it becomes too much or like you want to talk about it, like I'm here, buddy, okay? But she like just kind of shakily hands it back over to Oz.
Thank you. Hopefully, this is something I can control when I'm wearing it, so I'm not just inundated with unwanted thoughts. But I'll keep you posted and ask for advice if I need it.
One question though, before I release it, is I didn't hear a very angry voice, right? There was no angry voice that was louder than the rest.
Not any that you're not familiar with.
That's just her. We're fine.
So no.
Baka, baka, ya, baka. Cool.
So at this point, now that we've kind of gotten the helmet situation kind of figured out, Alfie's gonna be like, "Okay, does this kind of like lead us to believe that we know who has the chicken house now, or like whatever the chicken foot means?"
What does the chicken foot mean?
That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, you ask me.
It's your visions that we've been following for that.
Oh, speaking of which, oh my gosh, did I tell you? Okay, so I know I told you about the cauldron. I didn't tell you about the book. God, I just remember I had another vision while we were, I guess it was yesterday now or the day before. Time is really difficult to track when there's no sun. A book. I saw a book when we went to go. It was the bad. I was looking at the bad book of blood, but I saw it was this black book, and it just had this aura of awfulness around it. Every page of the book was black. And then a little bit later, I saw the cauldron, and I was like reaching for the cauldron, but I couldn't. But it was a different cauldron. It was a stone cauldron. I was in a room, and there was other people, and then I was frozen. I just want to make sure I brought it up to you.
And let me rephrase my question because I think I brought something into it that we haven't actually talked about. But let me rephrase that and be like, do you think that this means that your visions are leading us towards Nightshade with what we heard when we held the wishbone?
Huh? Maybe.
So what was it about a cauldron? You were in the cauldron? Reaching out,
No.
moving
It
towards.
was she like reads back, she like flips through her journal of like trying to the notes that she wrote down of it. Yeah, it was when we were looking at Bavlorna's cauldron, and for the briefest moment, it was like I was looking through someone else's eyes, and I was looking at this large stone cauldron in a room that was surrounded by people, and it's like I'm reaching out to this cauldron, but I can't move.
You have any idea whose eyes you were looking through?
Mm.
Hers.
Hers.
You mentioned cauldron, right?
Yeah, cauldron.
So should we try to figure out what the cauldrons do?
I gotta be honest, I got a really creepy feeling from the last cauldron.
Not, yes, I'm not going to touch it again if that's what you're asking. But like we gotta try to figure out some way on how they work.
Well, I think it's like a big old pot, and you stick some things in, you stir it around, poof, magic.
So like a witch's cauldron, okay?
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. Can I run like an Arcana or a history check on what I know about cauldrons?
Yeah, take your pick.
I'll do Arcana. Gosh dang, still an 11.
I feel like wow. I do feel like even with an 11 though, you have this knowledge that a cauldron can serve similar to that of like a magic focus. But because of the cauldron's size and their capacity to hold other things, their ability to focus magic also gives them the ability to magnify magic.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, it's been a long time since I brushed up on the books. It is possible, I guess, that Bavlorna's cauldron could magnify her magic.
Yeah, I think that's
we
a
should destroy it.
good possibility. We should destroy it, or if we're going down the path where we need to weaken hags or take out hags, we're gonna need to figure out how to do that. And I think taking out anything that's making them more powerful is gonna have to happen before that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with Oz. I mean, if there's a way we can make Bavlorna weaker, I mean, I don't know where she went, but if we can make her weaker, that's what we need to try and figure out. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to run into her again, and I don't want to see people get swallowed again. Like that was
I
we're in
agree.
this experience.
Elfie goes
Second that one.
I would like to second the
No.
motion.
Oh, it's so hard to watch. You don't even know.
I.
Well, as grotesque as it was for the watcher, I assure you, for the swallowee, it wasn't great either.
I was about to say, I do want to point out, I didn't watch them get swallowed, but like I knew they got swallowed. So
Probably heard some pretty gross stuff.
yeah.
Let me put it this way: as someone who went in and came out, I don't want to do it again.
Yeah.
At least you came out the same way you went in.
Ew.
Ew.
All right, who's ready for bed? I'm ready to go to sleep now. I think it's time we all retire.
Honestly,
There's
you're
still
right.
one more item.
Yeah,
Is there?
I was just gonna say really quick. We don't have to make a big, long, drawn out thing about it, but I do think Liam probably would spend a moment with the flute because out of game, you obviously showed us what it was, but I do feel like after Octavian's had it and played so much, heart wrenching stuff, he probably would like kind of look at it and be like, okay, this thing has like skulls on it. It's freaking me out.
Yeah, no, and I think that's very much the method in which Liam would attune to it. But I mean, it would take a little bit, but it's an instrument at the end of the day, right? So I don't think it would be too difficult for you to figure it out. Just a little time to kind of get the feel of it and exactly how it functions and what have you. It would probably happen pretty quickly.
Cool. All right, and then just for a little bit of reference for folks who maybe didn't see the last episode, Octavian did give me these pipes of haunting, which I'll show you guys really quickly. I didn't show you guys the other stuff too. I'll do that real quick while we're on the map screen. I got the pipes of haunting here, and then
Oh, did we see the helm?
yes,
Oh,
I'm gonna hold it up for
yeah.
right now too.
Oh, that's creepy looking. I do not like that.
So these are two of the magic items. There was not a handout for the chicken bone. My apologies. Okay, cool. Yep. That's it for me.
I
Yes.
I can draw it. I can draw it if you
I was
want.
gonna say I can pull up a picture of a wishbone if we need.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was just gonna turn on the hide his helm setting.
I don't know. I was with a purple monocle, man. He might be a whole new level of intimidating.
Elvis gonna look
Why
over
was
at
this-
Oz and be like, "Is there anything else? Did we go over everything?"
I got this ticket here. Which was an unpunched ticket from the carnival that said a soul day.
Yep, it's got a little picture of a sword on there.
Elfie's gonna like all of a sudden start touching like his pockets and he's looking in his bag and be like, "Do you also have your tickets?"
No, it's
No,
gone.
I don't have mine either.
How is this ticket here then?
It's on the floor. I don't know. Got stolen from the carnival, I guess.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Ours didn't come through with this, so
So who is this person? How important are they going to be in the future? Is the real question.
I
Someone who
don't
can
know.
travel between the carnival and back and not lose things. Clapperclaw, do you know who this
Caleb.
person is?
Is it... Oh, sorry.
Hyperclaw walks over, looking at the ticket. That's not a person. That's a piece of paper.
Clapperclaw, can you read?
Read? That is that stuff that's on paper? Because I don't know what that is.
Do you know who a
so
soul
I
day is? I think is what they're trying to ask you, buddy.
Oh, I've never heard that name.
Awesome, good job.
Thank you, buddy.
I think Tyr's gonna ask Oz like, do you care if I just kind of try to study the ticket for a minute?
gently, and he will carefully hand it over.
Thank you. Yeah, I think Tyr's just gonna try and study it. He may not find anything, but he's gonna try and study it.
Okay, you want to roll me like an investigation check or something?
Yeah, give me a second. Once I find it, I forget which order they're in all the time. There it is. Oh, give me something good. Nah, that's not great. Oh,
Yeah, I mean it's a perfectly intact ticket.
beautiful. Yep. So I'm sitting here looking at the ticket, flipping it over, flipping it back. Like, looks like somebody's ticket, guys. And
Hey,
I'll pass it back.
Clapperclaw.
Pass it back over to Oz.
You used to travel back and forth when, I know you don't like talking about it, but when you were doing things you didn't want to do, you would take things from a carnival, right?
He kind of slowly nods. Yeah, I had to.
So, tickets. Did you ever bring a ticket back?
We shake his head. No, the tickets were just for the carnival. That's what Granny Nightshade used to use to find people who broke the rules.
Interesting. And what do you mean by that? Like, they would have tickets here, or she'd find them at the carnival?
He kind of shrugged a little bit and she goes, I don't really know. She just always told us that she knew when somebody didn't have a ticket and broke the rules. So we had to go take payment, and she would tell us to take whatever was most valuable.
Mm-hmm. Any idea how a ticket could end up here?
Kind of like stops and really thinks about it. I don't think so. I mean, I can't imagine that's the most valuable thing anyone has.
What would happen if you stole somebody's ticket from the carnival?
Kind of sits and thinks for a second. He goes, I mean, I guess, well, I mean, anybody who didn't have a ticket were the people that we would take things from.
Interesting.
he's
So
gonna
if
be like-
somebody, well,
Sorry,
so
go
if you wanted to make somebody a target, you could steal their ticket and then they get stuff stolen from them.
I mean, I guess it could work like that. I mean, we were always told that they never had a ticket, but maybe somebody was taking the ticket?
What would they get out of that?
He'd stop and like really think about it again and go, well, I guess we could take more stuff.
Mhm. Well, what would you take from Isolde? Never heard that name?
Kind of shakes his head again. That's not a name I remember. And usually, I guess I was never really told names. Granny would just, show me the mirror.
And you saw them through the mirror?
He'd nod, go, yeah, that's how we knew who to steal from. She would show us the mirror, and then she would open the door, and we'd go through the mirror, and once we took whatever we were supposed to, we got to come back.
All right. Well, thank you for talking about that. I know you don't like to.
Is there anybody at the carnival that didn't get to come back?
He kind of shakes his head. He goes, I don't think so. His head like drops real low. Sometimes we got people from the carnival to follow us back.
Wait, guys,
Speaking
wait.
of that, yeah.
Y'all,
I'm glad you
was it
brought
a
that
pig
up.
girl?
I'm glad you brought that up, Clapperclaw. Whenever we were at the carnival, that's where we were before we came here. I did see a little girl that seemed to have maybe like a face like a pig.
As soon as you say it, he just starts screaming no and like very tightly holds Liam around the waist, like it's just absolutely wants no part of it.
Okay, it's okay. But you can just shake your head yes or no. That's somebody else who goes to take things?
Kind of just nods against your stomach, like just absolutely not willing to look up at anybody right now.
Okay, maybe that's enough for
you
tonight,
okay?
guys. He doesn't seem to want to talk about that right now. But I think we can discern that there's a crew of children type beings like Clapperclaw and this other one who the hags send through the portals to take the things. And I think Oz is on to something there. Maybe there's a set of them, maybe, obviously not Clapperclaw himself, but maybe they're sneaking tickets away too to kind of exact the toll even on people who got in the right way.
I'd like to also kind of maybe point out that what if they didn't, were they children? Am I remembering that correctly? They were kids, right? The one that got stolen through the mirror.
No, well,
Oh
no, they
no,
were just
that was
they were just
they were
gnomes
halflings.
or halflings or yeah.
They were halflings.
They have,
Okay.
yeah, I think they were halflings.
So in reality, the halfling could have entered the carnival right, one entered incorrectly, and she was the stolen item.
Reuben.
Yeah, Reuben.
It could be it. Just one last question for you, if you're okay to answer it, Copperclaw. If somebody were to follow you guys back, do you know what the lady would have done with them, the people that followed?
He just nods but doesn't say anything.
Okay, we'll come back around to that then. But that is definitely
And this
a lot.
thing is not attuned to Oz yet, right?
Correct.
In the morning.
All right. Well, I think it's time for bed.
Can I? This is weird. Do you mind if I take the ticket for the night?
Sure.
Caitlin looks a little confused and just takes the ticket. And she's going to place it under her pillow for the night.
Elfie's moved back over. There's already spread out bedroll next to Oz.
Yep.
I'm ready for
and
bed.
Tyr's gonna throw his bedroll out and lay down and turn his back to the fire because his back's cold.
As it would be.
Yeah,
From
and
the
last.
chest.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying as it would be because of the chest being the freezing chest and his bedroll's what got it there. I think he's gonna be pretty cold tonight.
Do you sleep, Clapperclaw?
He kind of shakes his head.
Okay then. I was gonna lay out a bedroll for him, but never mind. I guess that I'll just settle in and follow suit then.
So do we all make the together?
Oh.
Is anybody taking watch?
I don't think so. I mean, I
Hey,
think
fun guy. Fun guy. You promise to wake me up if something happens?
Wake you up if anything happens. Got it.
Okay. Do you promise? This is going to go very poorly. Never mind. You enjoy your night staying here in the exact spot that you're in right now.
Yep, staying right here. He's like,
Okay, great.
I mean, proven all the time.
Didn't you already put him back in the vase?
I mean, it doesn't have a lid on it. So I don't know how high he can jump. Like jump out of the vase.
I was gonna kind of like look over to Clapperclaw and just kind of like look at him and be like, "Hey, Clapperclaw, do you want a really important mission tonight?"
I think for the first time, without even saying anything, he just kind of shakes his head and sits down and kind of hugs his knees a little bit.
Well, he's gonna be like, "Well, all right."
He's got some serious trauma. Okay.
Well,
And we're about to do therapy the hard way.
no, he's just kind of leave it alone then and kind of just like roll over next, like on his bedroll,
Well.
just go to sleep.
I think Kaylin's going to see how upset he is, and she's going to bring the pot with her with the fun guy, but go over to Clapperclaw, and she's going to try and tell a story, but she'll probably accidentally fall asleep halfway through it. She's telling tales of magical cities with these super fast trains that are powered by elementals and cities in the sky that are floating by magic, and how if you show up at the right place in the right time on the right moon, sometimes you can transport into a whole new world.
So, for an abstract purpose, I'm going to have you run either a deception or performance check.
Interesting. I don't want to deceive him.
But so I
It's-
think,
it's not-
and hear me out. I think to a degree you are, right? You're trying to distract him from what he's actually thinking on, right?
That's fair.
And while I think deception carries this connotation of usually it is negative, I think in a roundabout way you are trying to like guide his mind to be thinking about something else.
Mm-hmm. I definitely only rolled a deception check.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give it to you. I think with a 13, as you're talking to him, like you do see him kind of settle down a little bit. Like he's still not his lively self, but you do see him kind of settle in a little bit and is a little more comfortable and not so wound tightly because of everything that's been going on.
Good buddy. Good night.
All right. Everybody get their long rest.
Oh, I already clicked it from last.
I was gonna say I screwed up earlier.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not a
I
big
didn't know we were gonna. I thought we were gonna start in the morning after the long rest.
Yeah, that's not a huge deal as long as everybody gets theirs in and
Glad
gets
we
all
did. That way we could attune to it.
Yep.
That said, I think before the sun comes up, like real early in the morning. I mean, obviously the sun's
the
always
sunset?
up, but yeah, no, it's always up. But like few hours go by, kind of thing. And I think it's kind of the tentative nudge as Clapperclaw would make an attempt to kind of shake Liam awake a little bit.
Shit.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
He kind of doesn't look at you, but it's kind of like looking at the ground a little bit and goes, I don't think you should go to thither.
Yeah, so I think that Liam kind of rubs his eyes and sits up, kind of like on one arm in his bedroll. What do you mean, pal?
I think I have a gut feeling that if you go there, that Pig might lock you up in the kitchen like everyone else.
A gut feeling. Well, he's using what he learned. I'm sorry.
And that's the girl you didn't want to talk about last night, right?
He kind of nods and goes, she's Granny's favorite. Granny made her after me, and that's why she didn't care about me anymore.
Let's see. I know you don't want anything bad to happen, and I really, really appreciate that, but I think we have to go. There's no way for us to fix all the bad things that are going on if we stay here.
You see, he kind of like looks at the ground for a second, kind of kicking the dirt a little bit, and he goes, well, if you guys are going to go, then I'm going to go.
I couldn't ask you to do that, buddy. I know that it's scary, and you have every right to be afraid after the way that she treated you. And honestly, it kind of sounds like you were hurt by her liking somebody better than you.
Kind of has this deep sigh, and he goes, but if you guys are going to go to Loom Lurch, I'm the only one who knows the way around. You guys would be going in and don't know what to expect, and there's the dragon, and there's all the things, and you could really get hurt, and if you get hurt, then she's going to put you in the kitchen cell with everyone else.
I don't know how I feel about us taking you and putting you in danger, especially after all the help that you've given us.
Kind of lets out this deep sigh and almost a little defeated. Okay, I won't go.
Oof.
Oh.
Well, listen, let's not make this decision right now, because I'm of the mind that you are a outstanding young scarecrow and you deserve the right to make your own decisions. But maybe we should talk to everybody else first and see how everybody feels about it, not just me.
He kind of takes a second to think and goes, yeah, I guess you're right. I'll let you guys talk about it.
Whew. Yeah. So, but real quick, just to kind of get an idea of what you're talking about here. There's a dragon. Is it like, would that be a friendly dragon, or what's that all about?
Friendly if your name's Granny Nightshade.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So this dragon's part of her like security, like kind of protects.
He kind of shakes his head and he goes, I don't know about security. More like her son, if you would call it that.
Okay, I'm not sure I want to know how that works. But
Donkey.
the dragon's related to Granny.
He kind of shrugs his shoulders a little bit. He goes, might as well be. She raised him up since he was a little tiny baby, and then now he's just always with her.
I see. Okay, well, we're gonna figure this out. Just hang in there a little bit longer. Speaking of dragons, I think part of our plan today before we leave is to check on a fairy dragon that we heard was being. Weren't you telling us about? Was it Clapperclaw was telling us about it?
Sir Prentice?
Yeah, the fairy dragon. I don't remember who was telling us.
Sir Talavar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't remember who either.
I don't know that Sir Talavar would have known. I mean, I guess he would. Yeah, Sir Talavar probably knew he was there at one point. That is something he would know.
So so just for clarification, Clapperclaw knows that the Sir Talavar was here previously.
Yeah, he would have never really encountered him, but he would at least be aware that he was there.
Okay.
I think it was Morgort who told us more about him.
That's what it was.
Yep.
All right.
Mm.
So yeah,
Speaking of, is Morgort still just kind of chilling in a balloon waiting for us?
that's funny.
You know, you guys have had a couple long rests. You might want to look into that.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
to back up a little bit, speaking of dragons, we do have one more thing. This, you know, without metagaming, right? We have one more thing that we wanted to check out before we left. We heard about a fairy dragon that Bavlorna was holding prisoner, Sir Talavar. So, before we leave out today, we're gonna go back to the hut to see if maybe he's being held there.
Yeah, and I think Clapperclaw just kind of nods, kind of acknowledging you as he kind of makes his way over and kind of sits against the hut or the balloon factory here, and just kind of like sits there and kind of contemplating. You can tell he's really kind of thinking deep about some stuff.
Poor little guy. Okay, yeah. Is anybody else up and moving around or?
Did you guys get up before everybody else, or
I was gonna say, how far into the rest are we?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be long enough that you've all got a long rest, but I do think intention wise, since he doesn't sleep, Clapperclaw trusting Liam the most would have woken him up specifically, making an effort. Like he doesn't, isn't out to wake everyone up, so I think he would have been careful about.
yeah, no worries. So in that words, we're all still asleep then.
Yeah, I think you guys would be able to, as you would normally wake up at this point.
Oh, okay. So we're waking up. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Mm,
Hey, good
Liam.
morning.
Liam.
Morning, guys.
Oh, I thought you were like hollering for me. I'm like, wait, what?
Nah, she's just kind of mumbling. She's waking
okay.
up.
I see.
He's stirring just a little bit, just this eye roll off to the left.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Liam would just go sit kind of around and wait for everybody to get up. Would be the vibe there. So
All right, well, Oz sees everybody stirring, so he's gonna get up and just start to rally everybody. All right, rise and shine, everybody. We got a big day ahead. Let's get hopping.
Kalen's gonna like press to digitate this like little wakey alarm, like birds chirping.
Elfie's gonna like sit up just a little bit and kind of like look around and notice the Clapperclaw's not 100% okay. You're gonna kind of just like walk over a little bit and just tap him on the skull head and be like, "Are you okay, buddy?"
He takes a deep breath and kind of nods. He goes, "Yeah, I guess."
You know we like having you, right?
Yeah, I guess.
You've been very useful and a very, very good scarecrow.
Yeah, sometimes I just feel like I wish I could do more.
Elfie kind of like understanding this feeling very well, kind of like gets down on his like one knee in front of him, kind of like putting his hand on his shoulder and being like, "Yeah, no, I've been feeling that myself lately, but you know what we can do, Clapperclaw."
Kind of shakes his head. He goes, "No, I wish I knew. I feel like I've done a lot of bad, and I want to do some good to make up for it."
All we can do, buddy, is be a little bit better every day. And since you've met us, you've been doing good, right?
Kind of like half nods and, yeah, I guess I try.
No, buddy, you're not trying. You are. You're doing a good job.
Again, he takes a deep sigh. Yeah, thanks. I hope so.
You want to come over by the campfire while we all get ready for breakfast?
He kind of shrugs, a little indifferent, as he walks over and sits down. And again, he kind of just plops down and like seems like he's just really in his head about stuff.
Poor little baby scarecrow, I swear to God. I will die for this little thing. Okay. Elfie comes over and sits down next to Clapperclaw. He's gonna use. Is he looking at the flames?
I think he's kind of looking more just at the ground. Like he's kind of like looking, maybe he's got like his claws in his lap and he's just like really pondering himself at the moment.
Can I use a fire play with thaumaturgy and kind of make them flicker and change to like whatever Clapperclaw's favorite color is, kind of like a rainbow effect of safe flickers?
Yeah, you certainly can. I don't know that it necessarily affects him as much right now, though. I think maybe in a more level state he would be excited for it, but right now I think he's got a lot going through his head, and I think it's really weighing on him.
Hey, Liam, did you chat with Clapperclaw at all this morning? Do you have anything?
I did, and that's actually what I was about to bring up. So, Clapperclaw doesn't think we should go to thither. He seems pretty upset by the notion that we're going to go, and then he was kind of talking a little bit about some of the stuff that goes on at Granny Nightshade's. Apparently, there's a dragon that's basically her son that she always has with her. He said he's worried about I'm not going to say her name specifically, but the pig girl. He's worried about us ending up in the kitchen where she usually takes people. And which leads us to this next thing. He wants to come with us.
Oh, wow.
And he
Does
says
he know how dangerous it is?
He does, but he says that he knows his way around really, really well, and it would make it a lot easier for us to get in if he were with us. Now, just to be perfectly clear, just real quick, I'm of two minds here. I don't want anything bad to happen, and I know all of us here would do everything in our power to protect him. So I'm hesitant to agree to this, but I also am of the mind that he really looks like he's struggling with something, and I feel like he feels like he needs to do something to make up for the bad things that he's done. And I make sure Liam's very specific with the quotes around bad things.
Yep. I think Tyr's going to look at Liam and just be like, can we protect him?
I mean,
Wow.
There's no doubt that we would all try, right? But I just also we have to be real about it, right? Like we kind of have our hands full protecting each other at this point.
Yeah.
If we let him go with us, we got to be real careful. We can't go starting fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's what Tyr's getting at. Is like we should take him with us, especially since he knows the area. But we should definitely look out for him and be extra vigilant.
And Kaylin's going to look at Elfie and Tyr and go, no touching. Hands inside the vehicles at all times.
Good point.
I think that I agree. Like I said, he's his own person. He deserves to be able to make that choice for himself. I just, he kind of trails off. Kind of leaves it unsaid, but.
Mm-hmm.
Since we do know, Ace, what those potions do, that we could have taken, well, one we didn't take from the hag's house being the shrink potion, how small would it make something?
One size smaller than they currently are.
What's one size smaller than a scarecrow child?
I mean, arguably that he's small, so it would be, I think tiny is the next one down.
And what else is tiny for comparison, since I'm new at this? What would count?
Like pixies, fairies, stuff like that.
So what I'm understanding is if we use the potion on him, we can make him tiny enough to fit inside, let's just say a lovely little glass vase.
You could certainly try.
But usually it wears off. It's like usually for a short period of time. Yeah, so it wouldn't be a forever thing.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't think hiding him is going to be the problem.
Well, I mean, just in the instance of us getting to a fight, keeping him inside the jar in that instance would be safer than.
I mean, you could keep him in your ring, couldn't you?
I don't think I can take anything into my ring, can I?
Oh, okay.
That's what I was going to try and do in our
Yeah.
last fight that I tried to use it. Magically banish into the vessel 4 hours. You exit the vessel early if the bonus action to leave, or if you die, or if the vessel is destroyed. Yeah, no, it doesn't say I can bring anybody in with me.
Well, I say we bring him. I think he deserves the chance, and we will all be on very good behavior. Not as much poking in corners to keep him safe.
Tyr's gonna be like, cross my heart.
Elfie?
I will do my best. I want to protect the small child.
Right.
Okay.
Well, with that settled, we have just some small errands to run today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully small. Yeah.
Yep, hopefully.
Fingers
Yep.
crossed.
We'll
Mhm.
find out soon.
Uh-huh. Do you want to try your helmet back on and see how it feels?
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's on. Okay. What am I thinking?
Give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Let's see here. Oh, I have advantage on wisdom saves.
Oh boy.
The first one was a 17. So that's going to be the one that
Alright.
wins.
Yeah, so Oz is like holding his head like the Magneto or Professor X and thinking real hard, staring at you, squinting, and says, you're pretty strong, I think.
I hope so. What's Liam thinking?
All right, Oz will turn over to
Oh,
Liam.
God.
Give me a wisdom save.
Oh, no.
I know what Caleb wants.
Oh, okay. I got a 17 too.
Damn. Caitlin's a little sad.
Yeah, I don't know. This helmet doesn't work so great.
Although I will say that if Oz goes to look at him, he's going to get really red. Like, oh God, please no.
Friggin'
like-
Timu helmet.
Yeah.
Elfie's gonna be like, my turn, my turn, my turn.
Oh.
Do it.
All right, well,
Elfie
Liam
thinking?
looks like he's trying to hide something, but all right, Elfie.
Oh.
You're up.
17.
I
This
think
isn't
Tyr's
Are
discouraging.
we
at
sure
all.
this helmet works?
Oh, you guys are all just good at hiding things.
Tyr definitely wants to join the fun. We'll roll as well. Oh man. All right.
Damn, he rolled a 15.
Yep.
Does a 15?
It does.
Nope, that saves.
Yeah,
Man.
it's 13, right?
Wait, what is your? How
The-
is this
It's a-
like against
it's
your
not
spell
mine.
save?
No, it's the item spell DC, which is 13.
Oh, interesting.
What are we supposed to beat?
13.
Oh man. I really wanted to lose because I was like, here's.
Oh, you
like,
can choose to not save on these things.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, Liam definitely wanted to save.
Yeah,
so.
I'm gonna keep mine safe.
Elfie doesn't care either way.
No, okay. Well, then I'm not gonna save them. My bad. I didn't know you couldn't do that.
All
And
right, we'll retcon that a little bit.
yeah. We'll pull that back a little bit. Sorry.
All right,
And,
what's Tyr thinking?
Tyr has elevator music.
That's an interesting tune.
Oh, thanks. It's it's
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
last time I heard. Well, there's no elevators here. Yeah, good point. I heard it somewhere. I think I heard it in a tavern.
I heard that at a gnomish lift one time.
Ah, good point.
Oh, God.
Anyways. Oh my.
Caitlin's gonna just like look over at Liam and under her breath just say, I want you to know you're not just a friend.
Again, kind of blushes a little bit, but like gives a really like a smile like at the side of his mouth, and it's like, yes. Excellent.
What's for breakfast?
Oh, I got frog legs, guys.
Oh
again.
God.
Oh my God, no.
God. Oh,
Listen, there's not many choices out here, guys.
that is
I
fair.
appreciate that you're providing for us.
Yeah, as the officially elected camp cook, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, we've got a few errands to run. I'm really glad we got the chance to catch up on a few things, but what do you say to go and saving a prince?
Do we want to try and deal with the cauldron first, in case the hag
Oh, I
has
forgot
returned?
about that.
We're going to try and destroy
Well-
the cauldron.
I don't know that we know how to destroy
we're
it.
gonna
Though.
be able
Yeah.
to.
I don't know if
Probably
any of
learn a
us are
little bit
powerful
about
enough
that.
for. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's a
hold on
great
minute.
idea.
Maybe we should go take a look at it. Like, and maybe if we take a good look at it, maybe we can figure out a way that it's vulnerable.
Do you mind if I'm just really nervous that the longer we wait, I don't know how many days Sir Talavar's been without food. I
think we
hate
should
for it
go.
to be.
We should go to him first. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I would be remiss. It would.
I see. Yes.
If we
Definitely
can-
after that we can
if
go
we
get
can
the,
weaken
yeah.
the hag, then we should. Is where I'm at.
Yes, I agree. All right. Kaylin's gonna start anxiously. She's like, please, can we save someone? Where's the exit? How do I get out of here? I'm going the wrong way.
Uh,
No,
I went the wrong way.
that's the
Find a
factory.
boat.
Oh yeah, this way. Oh.
Okay. So, just for my own clarity, we are going to the hut first.
Yep.
Okay. So, let me move us here.
Excellent.
Okay, I'll put you guys on the map screen here.
Okay. I'm going to. The only thing that I knew was a bird cage. So I know that he was in a bird cage the last time I saw him. I really hate the idea of wasting a high level spell on that, but I am nervous to just poke.
Yeah. So maybe we.
Well,
Go ahead.
besides Sir Talavar, we don't really have a time crunch, right? For anything
Correct.
else. So yeah, if we go and start poking and we have a rough day, then we can, take it easy the rest of the day and wait until tomorrow to do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe we just do one door at a time, all together.
Sure. I think that Elfie, last time you were here, do you remember if you went? I think you went in one of these. Do you remember which one?
The very top one.
The very top. Okay.
Yeah.
So we haven't tried this one down here.
Correct.
Okay. Do we want to go through this?
Let's try it. See what happens.
Okay.
Before you go in there, you're gonna want to back up.
Oh God.
No.
Oh no.
You open that door to find a cage laying on the ground with a small withered dragon inside, laying lifeless.
He was right there the whole time. Damn it.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh.
Rip. Did we determine if there's a way for us to save him or heal him?
Oh, he's very gone. Behind him is a cabinet, doors half thrown open. You can tell in a rush he was definitely attacked helplessly as he's stuck in this small cage. His body withered, almost as if every bit of moisture was ripped out of him unwillingly as he was then tossed to the ground in a fleeting moment.
So we couldn't have saved him to begin with.
I mean, do you want me to answer that?
We could
don't-
have.
Yeah. So
The first
It was
time?
when she left.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she left, she must have
killed
killed
him.
him on the way out.
Oh. Um.
Kaylin's pretty
Yeah.
distraught. Kaylin's pretty upset about this. Yeah, that sucks.
So visibly distraught.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Liam's gonna like rush up and kind of like grab her arm and like pull her into him, and like kind of take her a little bit away from the door. Like we'll just step over here.
Elfie's gonna kind of like walk into the room and just check the cabinet and see what's inside. And we saw it was thrown open, but not what was inside of it, right?
Sure. I guess before we do that, Liam, is there anything else you guys are doing, or just stepping aside?
He would just say, "There's no way we could have known."
He had a family. I hope we can find them, at least tell them what happened so they don't have to live the rest of their life wondering.
We'll make sure we tell him. And we're also going to make sure that they pay for all the atrocities they've committed. He's going to pull her close and kind of hug her tight and let her have her emotions, but just be there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alfie, as you look through there, you find a lot of seemingly random odds and ends at first. You see a lot of loose buttons first and foremost. You see some stray cutlery. You see a series of unopened letters. You see this kind of frayed, coiled up belt, a bunch of pressed and dried flowers. There's a horseshoe. You see this kind of strange teacup. You see some feathers from various birds. Just kind of a random amalgamy of a lot of things there. Yeah, it's just. You do see on one of the shelves, kind of tucked into the back, looks to be like a small ceramic pot.
Okay. The first thing that Elfie's gonna do is try and like read the letters that are and open them.
Yeah, and so a lot of them don't make a whole lot of sense to you. As you read them, what you actually uncover is that a lot of these are love letters. A lot of them seem to be unsent letters of people professing their love to each other. Long, drawn out, handwritten letters kind of thing. How much do you want to look into them?
Well, when you ask me that, a lot.
They have names on them.
Yeah, I'm trying to like discern who the love letters are to and from.
Yeah, so most of them I don't think have any names that mean anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I think would probably catch you off a little bit. You see one that is written to my dearest Zabilna. I write you in a sea of grief. I just arrived home from my most recent visit to tragedy. An unknown band of evildoers completely wiped out my comrades while I was away. I have no idea what type of creature forced them to meet their end, so I must burn all of the bodies on a pyre together. I plan to make my way back to the palace soon. Nothing remains here for me. Signed, Isolde.
Guys, look what I found! And kind of like showing the letter and kind of like just letting them know exactly what was written on it. Be like, look, it's written by that guy we found his ticket to the carnival. Does anybody know where Tragedy is?
Tragedy.
Do we know where
What do you
tragedy
mean?
is?
It says that he went to Tragedy.
I will say that it's given that it's a letter, it is not capitalized.
Oh.
Hmm.
Just kidding. Disregard. But it looks like he got the first wave of bad things to this place, thinking that Zablorna is still in charge and still able to accept not being a prisoner and You know, I wonder if he ever came back. As he kind of like tucks the letter back into his pouch and kind of looks back at the thing and wants to look at that ceramic pot.
So what's
Yeah.
the deal with this room? What does it look like?
It's kind of a small little closet with a single cabinet in it.
Okay, so not like a holding cell, just
No, by no means. In fact, Talavar was simply in this like kind of birdcage looking contraption.
Okay.
Yeah, you pull out this small ceramic pot. It's got kind of a blackish green color to it. And I think as you pull it out, you notice kind of engraved into the side of it is what looks like 6 kind of crab legs, if you will.
Oh, wait.
it-
Wait.
It absolutely has a lid on it.
Y'all. I don't think Kaylin says y'all, but
Been
You all.
been hanging around Liam too long, I tell you what.
She says you all instead.
Kaylin's kind of poking around the corner. Cauldron. The cauldron had legs. I think they were crab legs, weren't they?
that's true.
He's gonna just hand her the little jar and be like, "All right, this looks important."
Yeah. So what's that mean?
I don't know what it means, but there has to be a connection, right?
Yeah, maybe whatever. Is there when we're moving this? Is there anything inside that we can tell, like a liquid sloshing around?
Yeah, I don't think moving it around gives you any indication if there's anything in it.
Okay. All right.
But there's a
well,
lid on
let's
it,
do that.
right? It's closed.
There's absolutely a lid on it and it's closed.
Can I open it?
Oh my god!
I know we said not. I know we said no touching,
Where,
Where's
where
Copperpot?
is,
yeah,
where's your little mushroom? Did we bring the mushroom boy?
the mushroom
behind
is.
Oz.
Fun guy.
Yeah, Clapperclaw's
Oh,
behind
he's-
Oz, and the little mushroom G kind of just he's standing at the trap door, just dancing his heart out, like he's totally unfazed by whatever else you guys are doing.
All right, Oz is gonna pick up the mushroom and just back up for avoiding anything that explodes.
Okay, fair enough.
He said 40 feet. That should be good.
Can I? Is there like? Oh, can I like do anything? Oh, I don't even have. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, I should have looked to switch out my
Already
spells.
Did it?
All right, I'm gonna try to read its mind.
Read its mind.
The pot's mine?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I was like, I don't know. It has crab feet. For all we know, it is a thing.
I mean, it might have more thoughts than elevator music. Who knows?
Kaylin, you open it to reveal a simple piece of paper, folded in half, that
Ooh.
written in common simply has the word spittle spew on it.
Spittle spew.
Can we do a history check to see if we understand what that means?
Sure.
Okay, can.
Spittle spew. What in the? Where are my rolls from the other night? Where did they go?
Yeah. You guys don't know what the hell that is.
I ain't got a goddamn clue.
Nope, he's gonna yell over at Oz and be like, "You know what? Oh no!" He
Never heard of
doesn't
it.
know.
Well, I mean, now I want to try.
Leon,
Do
you know
it.
what this means?
Liam,
Probably not.
honey Pookie.
I'm
Oh.
21. I doubt it, but I mean, listen.
I knew you were smart and pretty.
He's gonna roll his eyes.
Liam, I feel like with that, you have absolutely no idea what that is, but I think the first thing that comes to mind, you spent a lot of time in taverns. I think to you that sounds like something stupid that somebody would say to get into like the back room to gamble or something. Like it's just, you're like, that sounds dumb as hell.
Yeah, sorry guys. To me, it just sounds like it's a password for a seedy tavern.
Could it
I got
the-
nothing.
Could it be a password to the cauldron?
Could be. And maybe that's why they attacked us, was because we didn't know it.
Ooh,
That would make
I like
sense.
that.
Okay, so
I mean,
Keep that in our back
Okay.
pocket.
can
Yep,
keep
I'm gonna go
that-
ahead and put that. Yep, I'll put the little mini cauldron in the note.
Before Elfie leaves out of this
Sure.
room, he's gonna grab the other letters and kind of pass them around and be like, "Guys, do any of these people look important to you?" Because you said that I don't think that they're important.
Yeah, no, I mean, even if the rest of you go through them, I think you genuinely get the idea that these are probably more stolen things, things that she has taken, and I think you're able to pretty quickly put together with what you know of Bavlorna that, I mean, she has strictly took these things to prevent people from being happy. Like, she has likely ruined relationships by taking these things.
Heartless cow. Alfie's gonna just kind of like. Does Sir Titus? What is his name?
Talavar.
Sir Talavar.
Talavar? Does he have anything like on him? Is he wearing any clothing? Is he just like a?
He does have a belt on that is holding a scabbard with actually a very nice scabbard that looks quite impressive.
Alfie's gonna
No.
grab it.
Oh
I'm
no!
so
What?
upset.
Can
No,
someone
I'm
please
just-
share with me what a scabbard is?
I'm just upset because of my last campaign. We had him, and I'm just so upset we don't have him now.
So a scabbard is what you would put a sword in. It's like a sheath.
Oh, but so the sword itself isn't in it.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
But yeah, again, he was a regal knight, so this is very well crafted to the highest degree. Unfortunately, his sword is about the size of a dagger in your hand.
Oh, so he's a little guy. Oh, I guess he fits in a
Yeah.
birdcage.
Oh God.
I'm gonna
Oh
go
yeah,
over.
he's
and...
a fairy dragon. He is very much the size of a fairy.
So I guess can I roll like a insight check or anything into the dagger to see if it has like any certain like writing on it or anything that tells me if it's magical and what it could do? Or an
Sure,
arcana
if you
check.
want to. Yeah, if you want to give me an arcana check, go for
While
it.
he's doing that, I am gonna take Sir Talavar's body in my bedroll, and just carry him.
I rolled an 8.
I do think even with an 8, I don't think you know the properties of it, but I think an 8 is enough for you to get the idea that this was crafted for a purpose, and definitely has some magic property to it.
Oh, he's gonna kind of like show it off to Kaylin and be like, "Hey," and he's gonna sigh and be like, you know a lot more about magic than I do. You've had a lot more time within its realms. Do you sense what I sense with this?"
Is casting guidance on yourself a thing?
Yeah,
Can I be like, bless me? I'm gonna cast guidance on myself because I'm like really upset and I want to know what has happened. So I'm gonna cast my
sneeze.
guidance.
Yeah, just sneeze first. And be like, bless me.
Bless me. Okay, so I got a 19.
Might not even need it.
with. Do you want to add your guidance to it?
Yes, just in case.
Sure.
Go ahead and push that bitch over
20?
20. No, yeah.
20?
Yeah, you are able to kind of pin down that this is a +1 sword. Unfortunately, due to its size, to any of you, it's about a dagger.
Can she sense what the magical property is in it? The
Yes,
20?
it's +1.
It's a +1.
Oh, that's all that
Yeah.
means.
Yeah.
Not like enchanted or anything.
No, but it does mean it's a magical weapon.
Correct.
Okay. Elfie's
Yeah,
gonna kind of like look at Kaylin as she's wrapping up his body and just kind of like tuck the scabbard and dagger into his like waistband, ready to use it.
Did you put all the letters in your bag too already?
No, I didn't take the letters
Okay.
because we discerned that they may not. They just weren't as important as the one letter. I have the letter from.
Oh, you do have the to Isolde.
For Zalandra.
Sabrina.
Zabilna?
No!
Zabilna?
Why are you showing us what he has a
Well, that's
mustache?
him, and that's his little sword.
He's so precious.
Ace, I'm gonna have to have you to stop, sir.
Wait, you thought you were gonna get out of this emotional turmoil? You fucking thought.
No, honestly, I'm mixing 2 campaigns right now.
Oh, it's okay. I'm distraught.
Start over.
I'm distraught. Yes, redo.
Can we go back in time 3 days?
I wanted a fucking fairy prince.
Only because I know Sir Talavar from my last campaign.
Does he have those gloves?
Yeah, but they're just tiny little gloves for him.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Come on,
take the
Mother
pressed
Kinky.
flowers too. I'm gonna take the pressed flowers and I'm gonna put his little hands over the pressed flowers before I put him in the bedroll.
Yeah, fair enough.
Gonna carry him around with us.
Yes. Actually, I guess I don't even need the bedroll. He's really small. Bedroll's kind of big. That's a lot of fabric. I've got some pieces of. What do I have? Does anybody have some fabric that I can get?
Elfie
That's not going to come to
Listen.
life.
I got a bedroll.
Elfie remembers that there are scraps of fabric in this room up here.
Okay, I'll go grab. Well, I'll come to that in a second. But I did want to ask about the
The
teacup.
fabric that attacked us last time.
Yeah, I'm
No,
afraid of
no,
that.
in the room. In the room.
Oh,
In the room, there's scraps of fabric and like stuff like that in the corner.
With the
I do
chip
also.
teacup.
I do also have a costume that I'm not using. So
Oh. Is it fairy size?
no.
Oh.
Okay. Can I ask
Oh, yeah.
about the
Wish-
chip teacup?
Hey, let me just turn this up for VP real quick.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, it's just a pretty plain teacup. Looks like it's broken, kind of mistreated a little bit.
Hold on. What am I not hearing?
Yeah, what are we supposed
Yeah,
to
I'm not
hear?
hearing it either.
Oh, it's deafened. Kenku's deafened.
That's always deafened.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. I don't know what the problem is.
Is it not playing for you guys?
No.
I can hear
No.
it.
VP over here, like on the edge of his seat.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm
well,
like,
you
What
can't say
channel
that.
is this?
Oh, here, let me try this.
Bye, Kenku. Welcome back, Kenku.
Hi, Kenku. Hi, Kenku.
So do you guys not hear the background music right now?
No.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
I haven't heard anything since the frog stopped. Now
Even if I turn them up?
Yeah, nothing.
I don't hear anything.
Oh.
I
let
got
me
him
rest-
turned up to 191%.
Let me just restart it. Well, you might want to turn it back down. Let me restart it real quick.
Oh, God.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know how to do
cameras are
now.
going to be really screwed up for a minute, folks, because Kinku
Yeah,
Bot
it'll just
technically
take
is
a
a
second.
participant. So, sorry.
Oh,
Gotta
look at
need
that.
it.
Look at that. Look at that. Liam on top of Kaylin. What a surprise.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. Liam,
Oh my god.
I had a dream like this last night.
Oh, Elfie's just gonna like wander over to Oz.
Okay, so let's go back to here.
Is-
Oh, I heard the ad.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
There's the ad.
Making progress. Do, 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 do.
Okay, so
Okay.
is this
Elevator.
working?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hear it. Yep.
oh, I still don't. That's weird.
Oh, I do.
okay.
So now this is the other one.
Please be acting long scarf. Please be acting long scarf.
Oh, you bastard! Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah. So a teacup. I mean, it looks like just kind of like a lot of the other plates and things you've seen laying around her cottage here, that she just kind of leaves disheveled, laying around, doesn't seem to care anything about.
Oh, this music's so
This part
sad.
is making me feel things.
All right. Well, then I'm going to walk up to the other room and I'm going to go find some scrap fabric that I can wrap his body in. Oh, that's not the right one.
That is the wrong room, girl.
Sorry.
All the way up.
This one.
There you go.
Yeah, and there's tons of cut up, different dresses and shirts and pants, and you easily are able to find any sort of fabric that you're looking for.
What color would look good on him? Is there any purple? He looked dashing in purple.
Please give him some purple.
I'll find a purple piece, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't take
Okay.
long. I mean, none of it's very clean, but it's any color you could wish for.
It's prestidigitated clean.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna wrap his little body up and put the flowers so he's holding the flowers with him.
Okay. And what are we doing with it?
Kaylin, did you pick up the? Did you pick up Sir Talavar?
I did.
Okay.
He's right here.
Okay. Tyr's gonna come over and just place a hand on Palavar's, chest and be like, "Please rest easy." And then he's just gonna come over here and just kind of sit around for a minute.
Okay. Well,
So I guess now we just start looking around some more. So
yeah, I mean, do we?
Elfie, I've kind of taken charge a lot, so I don't want to keep taking charge, but I was curious about something, if I may.
okay.
Sure.
Go ahead. Question.
I'd like to look at the mirror, because if I'm not mistaken, when we came back over here, we learned that the mirror was now shattered, correct?
It is shattered.
Looking at the mirror, can I see what caused it to shatter? Was it like struck? Was it broken from, the other side? Because, I know mirrors are portals.
Yeah, given that there's the mirror, like the like reflective surface of the mirror itself is shattered in pieces in the water, and the backing, the frame that was holding it, has a hole through it. I think you can pretty easily decipher that somebody struck this thing with something.
Can I attempt to mend the mirror back together?
Yeah, I don't think men would be strong enough to fix the damage that's been done to this.
Okay,
So,
completely valid.
do we feel the need to really search through the rest of this? We kind of got our answer pretty early here.
Well, I mean, we haven't searched the whole cottage either, in case there's anything else important we may have missed, since we already missed Sir Talavar.
My one fear is the fact that upstairs there might be Lornlings. They don't seem to be down here, at least. So I'm okay if we want to. I guess there's only really one more room. Otherwise, that one just goes to the outside in the front. But this room over here, we haven't gone in.
And we haven't gone in that room to the right either.
Which room? Oh, yeah. Although that, I mean, I could spoiler alert that one.
So,
Yeah,
I think Tyr's gonna be upset and be like, "What are we trying? Like, we come up here for Sir Talavar and he's dead. Like, what are we doing now?"
is Elfie's kind of just like he doesn't want to share because he doesn't want to believe in it too much, and be like, well, we could always try and see if Oz's wish came true.
Yeah, so real quick, I'm gonna let you guys have some conversation, but Elfie, you're definitely still right here. Just carry on.
Oh my god.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did you go in the icky water?
Yes. It's the only way I could see.
Did you go in the icky water that gives all the power to the lady we hate?
Well, so here's the thing. You find that your feet are really, really struggling to move all of a sudden. In fact, they're starting to burn just a little bit.
Oh, God, no!
What is that?
It's a slime!
Technically, it's a gelatinous cylinder.
Oh,
Why is it not a cube?
Because I promised VP there was no gelatinous cubes here, okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Getting
my
down to
God.
the technicality. I get it.
Elfie, so I mean, are we rolling for initiative at this point?
Oh, yeah, you guys will be rolling for initiative here.
Remember to select your tokens.
Thank you.
I'm getting out of here with Clapperclaw and Fungi.
Just for absolute clarity, Elfie, you will be last no matter what, as you are currently trapped inside of this thing.
Oh,
boy.
fantastic. It didn't really matter. I'm normally last anyway because my initiative rolls are ass. So I rolled a 3 anyway.
Oh, lords.
I didn't know it could be a gelatinous cube.
Cylinder.
Save Clapperclaw and the fungi. Oh, God. Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
So am I trapped like all the way inside of it, or am I,
Oh,
like, my
it
fingers
is
stuck in it?
100% digesting you right now.
These things are nasty, dude.
I've seen the D&D movie. I know what they can do.
I've not even seen that.
Yep, there's a couple of gelatinous cubes in that one.
Blah, blah, blah. Do. Let's see. Let me double
least you
check
all
the
get to go
save
first.
here.
Constitution or dexterity?
That's what I'm looking to see right now.
Please be, please be Constitution.
This one you don't get to do anything with. So
All right, I'll just go fuck myself then.
let me roll these 66 real quick.
My God.
As you take 24 points of acid damage.
Oh my god. If anybody's wondering what Elfie looks like, he has 4th degree burns. It's
I
bad.
just gotta ask. Listen, I'm not gonna ask for your hit points, but are you down or are you still?
No.
Wow. Okay. All right.
You got a lot of hit points.
Not enough apparently, because that was fucking close.
All right,
How
here.
many d6 did you roll and it only did 24?
66. I had a nat 1 in there just for clarity.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God for the nat 1.
Yeah, but 2 of them were 6.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, okay, you're not wrong, but still.
No.
It's actually high for 66 average.
That's
Well-
pretty high for a 66.
Well, 66 could be a max of 36 damage. So, I mean, he's like
Yeah.
sitting at 3/4 of the damage he could have done.
And anything we do to hit this thing is gonna hit Elfie too, because he's inside of it.
But
Yes
technically,
and no.
No.
I mean, he is engulfed in it, but this thing is very large. I mean, you can
Okay.
see it's taking up 4 squares. So, like, arguably, I mean, you guys can, I mean, work around it. It's just, I mean, you're going to want to be careful with it.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I just saw the 66 roll. You normally don't roll it in the thing. Oh.
I don't like what 66 means.
6d6.
Oh, 6d6. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah. So 6 dice of d6s.
6 die.
What am I gonna do?
Well, tears up first.
Yep,
Oh,
here's the first
okay.
one.
I'm up first. Let's do
Yep.
it. All right. Tyr is absolutely floored at what just happened, and doesn't really know what to do, but he's gonna run up next to this gelatinous cube, and he's gonna try and swing, not trying to hit Elfie. He's swinging at the top of it to try and shave some of it off or whatever.
Oh no.
Does a 12 hit the cube?
Sure does.
He didn't sound upset by that.
For 15 damage?
Okay.
Or nothing?
Yeah, I mean, you cut a chunk of this jelly off.
Beautiful, maybe. I think Tyr's going to be excited. He's going to yell to the rest of the guys, like, I cut a part of the gel off.
Pull it out.
I'm flashing back to Mario
Yeah.
when you hit the cubes and then they become smaller versions of the bigger cube.
Yeah, let's not go that far. Let's make sure that ain't going to happen. All right, and I'm too close now. She's probably taking the opportunity attack, but that's okay. I'm gonna run back to where I was at.
Okay, it will use its reaction. 15 to hit.
It does not.
Okay, and you are set.
Must be nice.
Liam, you're up.
Okay, yeah, so the very first thing he's going to do is Clapperclaw, hide! And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He would rush over here to be with everybody. And I'm sorry, there was absolutely zero way I was going to stick my hand in there. I guess that we'll use a Starry Wisp.
Okay.
Holy moly, that's an 11.
An 11 hit.
Oh, well, hell yeah, there's that.
I feel like it's not hard to hit this thing because of how big it is.
That's just 4 radiant damage.
Okay.
Oh, and I do have a bonus action, so I will send out a bardic inspiration to. Who's coming up? Let's send it out to Oz, I think. Have a little bit of inspiration on
Oh,
Oz.
Clapper. Damn, Clapper Call rolls good. He rolled an 18 for initiative.
Mm-hmm.
He rolled
He
a
did.
20 to save you guys. In the
Okay, that's it for Liam. Clapperclaw will go here,
What do you do?
and
Leprechaun?
he is going to dash in.
Whoa! That is the opposite of what I told you to do.
As I think he doesn't have the action to do now, but he yells out to Elfie to take his claws. He holds his hands out.
Oh God!
And with that, we go to Kaylin.
I swear to God.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Please.
I'm sorry. I'm distraught. I am so many levels of distraught at this point.
I don't
Oh
think
my
Elfie can
god.
handle if his actions got Clapperclaw killed. Elfie will probably just let the gelatinous slime melt him entirely. like
Oh god. Okay.
his claws aren't in the gelatinous cube right there, right outside of it.
Nope, he is holding his claws out in front, waiting for you to grab onto them.
At least he knows not to throw them into the slime.
Oh my.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my wild shapes for my bonus action to go into my starry shape of gosh, how do I get to this freaking thing? Use my star map to do where is it? Where are my starry forms? I want to do the archer. I'm gonna do the archer, which should get me you can make a ranged spell attack hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of yourself. On a hit, the attack deals radiant damage equal to 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier. So that's like my bonus action that I can do on subsequent turns. But for my current, so that was my bonus action. And then with my action, I'm going to go ahead and do a... Oh, clever claw. Why are you getting there? I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, little buddy. I'm really freaking out right now. This is nothing's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire, because that should give advantage on as long as it hits, it should give advantage to everybody that attacks the creature. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fairy Fire. And that should mean that every other subsequent hit, if he passes or if he fails the DC 15 Dex save.
Yeah, you succeed.
Thank God. Okay, so now I'm concentrating on that, and every other attack roll against him should now be at advantage. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh, sorry, I can move, can I? Duh. I like. I'm so freaking out. I'm gonna stand in front of this buddy.
I'm worried it's what the fun guy's gonna do on his turn.
Oh, he has a
Wow.
turn. Oh.
I know. Please,
All right, Oz.
please.
All right. We are going to throw a sanctuary up on Clapperclaw.
Oh my God.
My man.
Has connection. And I think that's all I can do besides move, since that takes an action. So he's gonna move, I think, down here. Actually, you know what? He's gonna charge in here and use an at-will guidance on Elfie.
I have no idea what that means.
That means you just have guidance, but I guess you probably could have guided yourself on anything, but I don't
I mean, it saves me the action of using
Oh!
guidance. However, Elfie
I'm so sorry.
might not survive this
That-
turn.
know. I'm using that at will. It says at will, so I assume that's not an action, but
I'm so sorry. I just looked back through my thing. I should have been able to, on the same turn that I activate Starry Form, it does say on this turn and every subsequent turn, I can make a ranged spell attack. So I could have made a ranged spell attack against him.
Yeah,
Sorry.
send it.
Okay. And that is going to be. Ooh, I don't know how to just regular attack. What's my regular attack hit? Is it an unarmed strike? Ranged?
Is
What
it
is it?
spell attack?
It's a ranged. It's a ranged.
I think it's just a ranged attack, right? Similar to a bow.
It is a ranged spell attack. Oh, so it would be the
okay.
+7. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I hit it with the +7 spell attack. Okay, so that's. Oh, damn it! It went from a 16 to a 3, and then I get my wisdom modifier with that, so it should be a 15 damage.
15 damage.
If it
Yep.
hit, right?
Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Oh, and I get advantage on it because of the other thing. Right?
I mean, yeah, but you already hit it.
I know, but I hit
She
it for
could've
3
crit
more
that
damage.
She could have crit it.
I could have critted, but I didn't. But I did
But
do
that-
3 extra damage.
That's your attack roll, not your damage, correct?
Oh, you're right. Okay, so that
Yeah,
one.
so yeah, you already hit it. You're doing great.
Okay. Okay.
All
right,
right.
I'm done.
Anything
Sorry.
else from us?
Nope.
All right. Brings us to the cube.
Oh boy.
Oh, bye for a little bit, Elfie.
The cube is going to enact engulf.
Oh god.
Could be
Oh no.
oh well, that one was only 16 acid damage.
Oh no.
What does enact engulf mean? What does that
Basically,
mean?
it's digesting him is really what it's
Oh.
choosing to do.
Elfie's down.
Does any of those do any crits, or is that all just one attack?
Yeah, it's technically not even an attack roll. So I'm going to say, here's the way I'm going to work this. His digestion is basically one attack. So although there's several dice, I'm not going to roll that. If it comes around to his turn again,
It would be one.
that would be an auto crit.
Okay.
That said, it's Elfie's turn. We're going to see if he can make a death saving throw.
Come on, buddy.
7-3.
That is one fail.
It was
Oh,
a
no.
17.
Oh,
Just
no.
barely tipped over.
Oh boy, here we go.
All
right.
right. You got 2 left, bud.
I love that you use Sanctuary on Clapperclaw, though, and not me.
Listen,
Because
Pepperclaw
he's not
must
making
be
attack.
saved.
I don't think that. Well, you're already inside. I don't think it's gonna make a difference.
I mean, I wouldn't have taken damage, and I could have tried to get out. I have Misty stuff.
But then Clapperclaw would have died. And I don't know how the magic on Clapperclaw works.
Okay. Kaylin, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh jeez.
Oh, I have advantage on this. It's okay. It's okay. So we'll do it at advantage.
Add it, and you get a 2. Oh, 12.
Oh God, that was close.
Hold on.
But
Oh, does that matter?
no, you're safe. You are
okay, okay.
safe. It has this little campestry who doesn't really know what to do and is not great at combat. Does the only thing that mushrooms know how to do, and just like he really kind of like just clenches as a bunch of spores kind of poof out. That you're the only one close enough to be affected by them, but you're not, so it's fine.
Oh man.
Oh, no. Jesus. Little buddy, you got to warn me next time.
All right, we're back around to tier.
Oh my. Tyr is. You gotta tell me if I can do this. Tyr is literally gonna walk out, grab Clapperclaw, and pull him. Say 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and pull Clapperclaw back to here.
Okay.
Is that cool to do, or is that
Give me a strength check, because I'm telling you he is unwilling.
Oh, okay.
And then actually, what is the exact phrasing on sanctuary?
Oh, no.
You ward A creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends,
Okay.
any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw.
So I do feel like this is a grapple. And so I do feel like Tyr would, if that's your intent, I am going to have you roll the wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. All right. Saving throw, wisdom.
I was totally worried it was going to remove Sanctuary, but it's safe.
I am
9.
stressed. I am stressed. Holy.
So I'm guessing that doesn't make the saving throw.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right, so let's go
well,
back to where
hold
maybe
on,
here.
hold
Okay.
on, because
Okay,
Sanctuary forces you to then pick a different target, if I'm not mistaken,
Or lose the
Oh.
attack or spell. So he doesn't
or
have to
lose
pick
your
one.
action.
Yeah.
So I get the option.
Well, you can either pick someone else or you lose your action.
Okay, I guess I'm going to lose my action at this point then. And
Sure.
so 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to go back to the steps.
All right.
I didn't work.
Takes us to Liam.
Oh God. Okay. I really didn't want to have to do this, but Liam's gonna kind of, and this is just for roleplay flavor, he's gonna look over to Kaylin and kind of just like look at her for a hard moment, and then we're gonna rush in. 5, 10, 15. Can I move through Clapper Claw technically?
Yeah, you'd be able to move around.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him and be like, together.
Okay.
And if we can do this mechanically, can we try together to get Delphi out?
I will absolutely allow him to give you the help action if that's what you're thinking.
Okay. Well, what do you need from me?
You're going to do it's going to be a strength check to try and pull him out.
So just flat strength?
Yeah, just a straight strength check. But I will, if you want the help action,
With
we can do it
advantage.
in advantage. Yep.
Okay. Looks like 16 is my better one.
16 is absolutely enough for the two of you to pull Elfie out of this thing.
I wish I would have known. I was just trying to pull him out.
I coughed twice.
Yeah, but it's a gelatinous cube. What am I supposed to do?
No, it's
I
okay.
don't think.
Burn my hand?
Okay, so Sanctuary's gonna. Well, okay. How long does it last? Is it just for a turn?
It's until
Like minutes.
It's 1 minute, so technically
Okay, cool.
10 turns.
So as long as Clapper Claw doesn't attack, he'll be safe,
Correct.
right? All right, then I'm
Yep.
in my turn.
Mhm.
That's all I was worried about.
Okay. Clapperclaw will use his turn to grab Elfie, and he is going to do his best to drag him as far as he can, which is going to only get them about here. And I think not really understanding the entirety of it, Clapperclaw would look to Tyr and just yell to help him.
Mm.
And that brings us to Caleb.
What did he say? Oh, that was not what I meant to do.
Clapperclaw just yelled to help him, but I think he took him to Tyr and yelled at Tyr like he doesn't
see.
understand, right? Like he has no concept of who can heal or anything like that. He's doing everything he can to help.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. With that, I am going to go ahead. I'll use I'll cast a healing word on Elfie. So that'll be for 10 healing. And then I can also cast one of these the radiant thingies, which is a 1d8 plus 5. So this one plus 5, so that'll be a 9. 9 damage.
Was that from Chalice Form?
Yeah, no, it's not chalice form. That's not healing. That's damage to the gelatinous
The
cube.
gelatinous
So,
Did
yeah,
you roll
because
to hit it?
it says it always hits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
9 damage.
Nice.
Any movement?
Kind of afraid to move away from the mushroom, but also the mushroom's just doing its thing. So I am going to go ahead a little bit closer, and I'll go this way.
Probably pick it up.
And bring the spores with it.
Well,
I don't know what the spores do, so
Exactly.
I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Okay. That takes us to Oz.
all right. Oz, can he move through Liam here?
Yeah, I think there's enough room that you guys can kind of get around each other.
All right. Well, he's gonna move around this thing to avoid getting hit, but I think he's gonna have to just take the risk here. And this thing probably can't hear, huh?
Check. I don't believe so. Usually it tells me.
All right. Well, we are going to. That's a ranged attack. All right. We're just going to scoot out of range here. So we'll just have to risk. Well, actually, was it this round that already used reaction against tier? So,
No, because that was the top of the round.
I keep forgetting it's advantage against any attacks against it have advantage.
okay.
I don't
Yeah. So I just
know if anybody's actually made an attack roll towards it, though.
She just did.
I did.
No, she said it automatically hits.
Oh, so it's not.
I
for the
misread it.
damage,
I'll
it's-
admit. I just looked back at it and
Listen, stuff's over here making up rules
I
as
know,
we
I'm so
go.
sorry.
God damn it.
And it
so
confuses
sorry.
me because I'm like, I don't know all the rules, so I thought
I have like 3 different starry forms that all do 3 different
Yeah,
things
no,
that
that's-
then stack on top of other things, and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
so
so sorry.
that's fine. Just for clarity, then it does require an attack roll.
It does
correct?
require an attack roll. Yeah.
So
I-
even if it had been at advantage, this thing is really easy to hit, so I'm not going to stress
Oh.
about it.
Okay, fair enough.
That said, you will take his reaction for Oz, which is an 18 to hit.
that matches my AC.
Okay, so then you will take 7 acid damage.
All right. 7 damage. And after that, I'm going to cast a spell at it with a spell attack. So that will
Go
have
for it.
advantage. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Okay. All right. That's
Hell
a nat
yeah.
20. Without
Absolutely.
advantage.
Hell yeah.
Gosh, dang, bub.
Let's go,
Way to go.
buddy.
It's 13 rolled damage.
And we'll double it for the crit. Okay,
dead.
this thing not dead, but it's struggling to hold itself together right now. You can see it like it's kind of real loose. Think like watered down jello, right? Like it's really struggling to hold its form right now. Anything else from us?
No, that's it.
Well, unfortunately, as he is the only one here.
No, no.
Yeah,
Back up my boyfriend.
I knew
Back
what
up my
I,
fucking boyfriend.
I knew what I
swear to
signed
God.
up for when I ran over here.
I'm
Going to
murdered this
be
goddamn
a
cube.
23 to hit
Oh,
for 17 acid damage, and I will need a strength saving throw from you.
God damn.
I will murder you.
Okay, strength saving throw, you said?
Correct.
That's almost a 16. God damn it. I tell
I
you
know, I
what.
rolled from a 17 to a 3.
This pulls Liam in, and he will take,
oh no, more damage.
on the first turn, it is not nearly as much, but he will take an additional 9 acid damage as the thing begins to dissolve him.
I am down. Yep.
No. I just wanted to look at a mirror.
Okay.
Yeah, look,
Healthy.
look what you did.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt.
Okay.
18 to hit.
Yeah, 18 absolutely hit.
16 damage.
16 damage is enough to finish off this gelatinous cylinder.
All right.
Tyr's going to immediately run down and help Liam up.
And I would say Clapper Claw is probably right behind Tyr.
Elfie's like
Yeah.
right behind
Yeah.
him.
Kaylin
Just
for
gonna
sure.
go and work.
Kaylin's gonna go ahead and use Spare the Dying to choose a creature within range that has 0 hit points and isn't dead. The creature becomes stable.
Yeah, we're gonna just
Dude.
healing word, so he's up.
Oh,
I
perfect.
could have
Good.
just picked him up too, right? Not
So
wasting spell slots.
5 heal.
Oh, it's a cantrip. Oh, just kidding.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know Spare the Dying was.
12 from me.
Oh my lord. Okay.
17 total.
I'm just gonna. Here we go. So that's. I can do math. Don't worry.
17.
Did that fix me? That didn't fix me, did it? What are you doing? Stop. I don't know how to use roll 20 for. Oh, okay, we're fine. Yep. Okay, like with a gasp. Oh god, I hate this hut.
Wow, you guys have
Elfie's
been
just gonna-
swallowed twice in here.
Elfie's like, I just want to not get swallowed in the eggs, but
Yeah, and I
You're gonna
think
like-
Next time we want to touch something or investigate something, can we have a team discussion first?
look,
I
man,
think
we've been opening doors and everything. Why would I?
We
assume that
talked to
mirror
each
was
other before we
unsafe?
did it. We talked to each other before we did.
All right, guys, we need a touching stick, and whoever has the stick gets to touch things.
Seriously.
Oh my god.
Golly
Oh,
day.
hail the magic.
I do think that before Liam ever stands up, Clapperclaw, are you okay?
I think he would almost instinctively like fall to his knees and just kind of wrap his paws around you. I just wanted to help. I didn't mean to put you in danger.
No, you did great. It's fine. Everybody's okay. You just scared the hell out of me, my friend. Oh, okay. We're all good.
Elfie's gonna walk over to Clapper Claw and just give him like a really big hug.
Yeah, I think he's like the roller coaster of emotions, right? Like he really wanted to help, but now he also feels really bad because he put Liam in danger by doing so.
Tyr's gonna like have one of those like where you almost forget like you forgot something moments and your heart stops for a second. He's gonna stand up and look at the mushroom and make sure that he's over there dancing.
Oh yeah, yeah. In fact, he's doing like a victory dance. Like he thinks he absolutely contributed. Like he is basically in his head. He carried you guys. Like he did all the work.
An end zone dance.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean,
You guys, I have a bad feeling that not only did we just risk our lives, I'm pretty certain we have just helped Bevlorna with the last task that she wanted from us.
back
Was the cube inside the well?
he was in the water, but here, from where you are, you can see that. I think you even hear probably before you see. It does sound like there is water now running through the well in the middle of this thing.
Elfie, please, please.
Yeah, Tyr's gonna be like, guys, I think we just fixed the well.
Well, I guess we paid her back for the things we took.
But the well was clearly something important to her. I know we wanted to try and make her weaker.
Like, if we're trying to destroy this thing's made of wood. Just burn it down.
Having flashbacks of casting fireball and not asking who's in the room.
Yeah,
Of the whole hut catching on fire.
I'm just gonna say, like, listen, I'm all for burning this place down if we want to, but let's make sure we're out of it before we do that.
And that we
Can
look
you
around
put-
for everything we wanted.
Can you put the helm of telepathy on, Oz, and tell us if you hear anything bad?
Behind door number 1.
Yep.
Or if you can sense where?
Yeah, so Oz will attune his mind to the surrounding areas. If he can sense anything, then
Let's see. What is the exact phrasing on that? An intelligence of 4 or less is unable to be read?
3, I think.
you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you.
Oh, so
Oh, yeah. So even at
That's good.
that, there's things you
Oh.
can't see. So
Yeah, that's only 30 feet thing. That's not very far. Man, it was
Better,
more
that make it-
powerful before you attuned to it.
yeah, but it's also kind of like unguided before, right? Like
yeah.
in this form, he could like select something before. I mean, you could easily, if you walked into a crowd, I mean, you'd be in a real bad way.
I don't,
Elfie wants to get out of the water.
yeah.
Like
Please,
Jaws.
Elfie,
Get out of the water.
next time you want to investigate something, I just ask that we talk about it first if it's in a place where everything we touch seems to have a consequence.
Elfie's just gonna kind of look off to the side, upset that he did that.
All right. Well, let's.
Clapperclaw is now standing on the far side of Liam, doing his absolute best to push him to get him to move out of the water, but like clearly doesn't have the upper body strength to actually move Liam, but he is doing his damnedest.
I got you, buddy. Let's go.
Oh, I was gonna say Tyr's gonna help Clapperclaw.
No, I'm
Grab
getting up.
Liam
I'm
and-
sorry. Whew. All right. Well, that was a success. I'm gonna say. Are we done in here? Please tell me we're done in here.
There's
I'm done. I'm
some more
done.
doors. In case we find another defenseless creature that we couldn't save in time.
Okay,
I can't take any more loss today.
so with that, we are heading back to camp then.
I think.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we should take Sir Talavar over to our friend who had tried to help him escape previously.
well, we need to figure out where she went because she was supposed to be waiting with the balloon.
Yeah, we know where we left her, though. We can go check
Well,
that
but
out.
she-
Well, we
would've
wanted to
gone
get to the
get the
cauldron
balloon.
anyways. We
Yeah.
found this cauldron thing. Let's make our way towards the cauldron.
Yeah.
And she's
It'll all be in the
Okay.
circle, right?
I mean,
Fast
Yeah.
travel to the cauldron.
Well, so
I mean,
we're checking out the
No,
balloon
let's-
lady first. I think. To be clear.
Yeah, because that would be on the way.
So before you guys even do that, I think the thing you would quickly notice from the balloon factory, as it's right around the corner, the balloon that the bullywogs were working on is definitely gone now.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
not getting out that way.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it had been a couple days,
Yeah.
and
Nobody
yeah, I
checked
mean,
in.
she.
Yep.
all right. Well, to the cauldron.
Can we I would like to place my fungi back by the hut. Like so, yeah, thank you.
Okay.
And Clapperclaw? I don't
He's,
know how,
like immediately runs over, like saluting, like he's so ready. He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna help. I promise, I'm gonna help. I'm gonna be so helpful."
I love your enthusiasm, little buddy. I really, really do. Why don't you go see if Liam needs some help? He might be a little bit torn up still about what just happened. I think he could really use some emotional support right now.
He runs over to Liam and just, Liam, Kaylin said you need help. I'm here.
Awesome.
While he's running that way, I'm gonna run up to the cauldron and go spittle spew.
Yeah, and as you do, it settles into the fire and the lid comes off.
Yeah.
Damn, that was easy.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody-
It's gonna be like, now what?
Yeah, I am not touching it. I want to be clear, but I am going to poke my head over. Could be just as bad.
Is there anything on the ground in the vicinity, like someone has been there with supplies to use in this cauldron?
No. The only thing that would even be, I guess, remotely in that vein would be the ladle that is currently hanging from the like handle on the top of the pot.
All right. Okay, guys. How do you feel about touching?
Well, we said the password, so at least that's a good sign.
That's
Well,
true.
Um,
I'm ladle, but I don't
Maybe
know
us
what
saying
we're
the
gonna do with the
password
contents.
helps.
I will also, just because Kaylin said she looked in there, it does, you look in and you see this kind of already heated, bubbling, frothy, kind of grayish, borderline black. It's kind of hard to tell with just the color of the cauldron itself, but this liquid that's kind of roiling and bubbling inside of it.
Yeah, so I think Liam's gonna look to Clapperclaw. Hey, buddy, does Greeny Nightshade have a cauldron like this?
He like really thinks. He goes, I don't remember anything look like that, but she's got in the kitchen, she's got that big bowl they cook in all the time.
Okay, so it's kind of similar. Do you know anything about how they use it, or have you heard them say anything specifically about these types of things?
He's kind of like tapping his what would be chin a little bit. Well, I mean, usually when Granny goes into the kitchen, she made all of us leave. We weren't allowed to be close. But, well, sometimes she would take lots of things back there, different jars and bottles and things, and then she'd come back out with like one bottle of different stuff. I don't know what she did with it though.
Okay. We got nothing.
they're
Sorry.
Yeah.
Probably some ingredients in the hag's hut somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long shot, but on the off chance he heard something about how it was weak, you know.
Yeah. Well,
Do we still have a jar from whatever the mushroom was in?
nope, that got shattered.
Don't we want to
All
try
right,
to like
well.
bust it up? Maybe if we
Anyone
take
want
it
to try the soup?
It doesn't look inviting to me. I don't know. Grayish black doesn't seem like a color of potion that I have an interest in.
out? I've had enough.
I don't know. I think Tier's gonna be like, I'll take one for the team. I'm always hungry.
Kaylin backs the fuck up.
That's a good idea.
If that's what everybody wants me to do.
I don't think that is.
I'm all for self-exploration, and you know what? In the vein of experimentation, you have at it, little buddy. Would it bring happiness to your heart to try this muck?
No, not really.
Okay, then maybe I'm not so much supportive of it anymore.
So just for clarification, guys, we got it open.
Yeah, we did.
But what do we do from here?
Do you want to put your helm on and see if you can try and talk to it? Like we said before, it's got crab legs.
I'm just permanently wearing this helmet. It's
Oh,
on.
great. Okay, great. Excellent. Cool. You want to try and talk to it? I mean, I guess I could do the same too.
Yeah, sure. I'll
With our powers combined.
read mind or whatever.
Yeah, it's actually not sentient.
Okay, well, crab legs or not, no brain in there.
I hate to ask about the more direct route, but what if we just try to blow it up?
Before we
Son
do
of a
that,
bitch, I'm in.
did one of those huts to the east of here have something kind of creepy in a box?
Something kind of creepy in a box.
Like a frog or something?
Oh, the
Yes.
mummified frog?
Oh,
Yeah.
Elfie pulls it out of his bag.
Tier's got an idea.
God.
What's
Toss
that
it in
voodoo
there.
doll you found? Is that what we're talking about right now?
Yeah, so Elfie had got a mummified frog out of one of the huts.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to remember. If it was like that or a voodoo doll or whatever it was, maybe we should throw that in there.
I think that's what we were getting at, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Elfie hands
I'm-
over the
Here's
mummified
about
frog.
30 seconds behind everybody.
That's okay. We're just glad you're here, Bob.
All right, so we're doing that?
Tier's gonna just almost like peek around the bush over here.
Kaylin's gonna stand in front of Liam.
Yeah, Oz will just pull off his shield and raise it up a little bit, just in case there's any splashing. So who has the item?
Elfie.
Elfie does.
No, I handed it to somebody. I'm not doing it.
All right,
Oh,
Oz will wander
who'd you
over
hand
here
it
and
to?
grab it from.
Whoever wants to take it from my hand.
All right, so yeah, we'll give it a shot. We're gonna toss the frog in.
Okay, you toss the frog in.
You tossed the frog in.
I think you toss this frog in.
Yeah.
This sphere of pitch black absolutely consumes just about everyone. I'm going to say Liam's just outside of it. We'll say Elfie's just outside of it. But everybody else is actually swallowed by this absolute darkness.
Hmm.
Oh, it
Is
did
there-
something.
Is there any
Sure
way
did.
possible for me to like, because Kaylin was standing right in front of me, and Clappercrawl's right beside me. Is there a way I can like reach out and grab them where I assume them to be?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, I would like to do that and then take a few steps back
Sure.
if they'll come
Hey guys,
willingly.
I can't see anything.
I come willingly.
Come on, Clapper.
Hey, can you guys see?
We can now follow the sound of. Oh, never mind.
I clicked the wrong layer. I was trying to move it to the
Okay.
left so you guys can get to your tokens. There we go.
Follow the sound of my voice.
All right, I'm just gonna beeline towards the voice here. Hey guys, that's better.
Tyr's gonna turn to his right and run into the tree.
Bonk.
Not that way. And then just turn a little bit and go down a little bit.
Yeah, what is effectively magical darkness, this aura is just emanating now from the cauldron.
Well, that might be useful at some point. Maybe we dump the cauldron out and take it with us.
What kind of bag are you putting the cauldron in?
I don't know. Tyr could use a nice purse.
You right? I could.
What if it's the stuff in the cauldron that caused that to happen? What if it's not the cauldron itself?
Just saying, it's got magical properties. She's using it to perform magic. Maybe we perform magic with it. Or maybe we need to destroy it.
I'm on team destroy it for the record, if we can.
I'd second that.
I was gonna say, I don't know how long this lasts, but whenever it ends, like I would like to throw something else in it, to see if it does the same thing.
Mm.
All right. Do we have something else that we might think is a reasonable ingredient?
I will say, while you guys are looking around, about 10 minutes passes, and it fades.
No magically
I don't have
alive frog
anything
now.
crazy.
No magically alive frog.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my item.
On the off chance that would have worked, we could have maybe even potentially revived Sir Talonfar, but that was wishful thinking, I suppose.
I mean, we could still throw him in there.
So I don't have anything big, but I have a hand axe and throw it in there.
All right. Well, I'm going to back up out of that range this time. Give it a go. I don't think I saw
So,
hand
yeah.
axes laying around the hag hut, but
Okay, what the fuck is the mushroom doing right now?
He's volunteer up there.
Oh god.
Oh, no.
no.
No, buddy. Come on, buddy. Get back here. Awesome.
He's like real sad. Oh, everybody's looking at it.
Can we throw him in there?
So yeah, I'm gonna throw one of my last axes in there.
Okay. There's a pretty solid splash as it hits this thing.
Oh, nothing. Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you want to ladle that axe back out?
Yeah, I'll take the ladle and I'll scoop the axe backs out, put it back in my
Nope.
inventory.
Mushroom, stay back. Get back here.
I really want to throw the mushroom in. He was the only
Oh.
magical ingredient we found in the hag's house.
He was dinner.
Ah.
That wasn't a magical ingredient.
Exactly. He's a magical talking ingredient they were going to eat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna come back to the group and be like, guys, I don't really know what to do going forward with that thing.
Yeah, I mean,
How
Elf is gonna-
big is that cauldron? Is that something reasonably that Tyr could haul around?
No. I mean,
Okay.
like, arguably, if that was the only thing he ever did and was moving at like less than half speed the entire time, yeah, I guess maybe if he could actually feasibly drag it around and it didn't run away. But yeah, I mean,
Oh, so this thing's big.
yeah, it's a pretty good size.
Damn. So we know how to open it, but we don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah. Any magically inclined types wanna, I don't know, think about it for a little while?
Hyperclaw puts his hands up. I'm magical. I can do it. I'm magical.
Yeah, buddy, come on over here. You wanna just, I don't know, take a look. Be careful. Don't.
He
stick
walks up
anything
to
in
it, like kind of scratching his head, clunks his claw against it. I got nothing.
there.
Oh,
tried.
well, that's all right. We're in the same boat.
Elfie's going to run an Arcana check on it. Nat 1. No, 7. Just kidding. 10 total.
Yeah, so with that, the most you get is this faint aura of transmutation magic coming from it.
Interesting.
Elfie really wants to throw the mushroom in.
No, I swear to God. No.
We've already promised we were going to take him home to his family. Okay, we don't need
Yeah,
to sacrifice him.
He seemed
No.
very interested in this pot more than once.
That's because everybody else is interested in it. He's just trying to be
The
part of
rest
the group,
of
man.
us were
You wanna
too,
take a
but
bath?
we're not throwing each other in there.
You want to take a bath, buddy?
Elfie, I'm going to throw you in there. I swear to God.
Tyr's not one to violence against his own fellow people, but he's ready to attack right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Well, listen, I don't know much about shit. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. But what if we all just, like, attacked it at the same time? Like,
Well, we
one
got a
constant-
magic dagger. I don't think. Well, I don't know. We can give it a shot.
Like, maybe if we all aim an attack at it all at the same time, maybe we'll do some damage to it. Maybe we'll break it.
Like-
I don't know.
like surround it.
Well, I mean, I
I
think
ain't
we
getting
should do
close
it
to
from
it.
range. I think we should do it from about right here. But, like, maybe if we all attack it at the same time, maybe we'll break it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
Elfie ready Sorcerer's Blast in his hand.
Yeah, I'm all for trying.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that can hit it at range without taking up real magic.
Yeah, I don't have much either, to be honest.
Oh, this is going to go great.
I have my starry wisps, and that's about it. But I'm just curious. Even if it doesn't
I
do
have a
anything,
feeling it's probably it's probably going to be very hard to hit. I suspect it's probably pretty tough, but I'm willing to try it. Give it one good thwap and see what happens.
Okay, well, both of you who are going for it, let it have it.
17 to hit. 4
I'm going to do
damage.
acid damage to
8 damage.
it. 24 to hit.
Okay, roll for damage.
who all's rolling for damage?
And everybody.
Oh, okay.
No.
2.
You got
Why did I have
4 total.
advantage?
It's not advantage. It's your genie's wrath thing.
Oh. Yeah, but I rolled 2d4 for whatever reason, or d8 when I rolled for that.
Hmm.
But I just clicked acid to do it, and I rolled 2 of them. So 4 total.
Oh shit! How do I? Oh, okay, I did.
And I will specify it's thunder damage as well. So acid and thunder damage to the pot.
So you got 8 from me.
Okay. Anybody else sneaking anything in there?
Nope.
Okay. I think the dust clears a little bit, and there's not a whole lot to it. Doesn't seem like really much has happened. And I think fear of feeling a little defeated, Clapperclaw runs up and just like whacks it with his claw, and then like immediately turns around a little disheveled that it really didn't do anything.
Oh,
Guys, why did we bring
I
him
agree,
with
buddy.
us?
Tyr's gonna just walk up and grab his axe that he just threw. Like, well, that didn't work, guys.
To hither? To thither, I mean.
Yeah,
To thither.
Thither we go.
I guess so. Maybe we'll learn something at Granny's that we didn't know now, and maybe we'll get our way back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we got 2 options. Either we have Clapperclaw walk us through, or we ask if our fun guy can route us somewhere that'll be close to where his family might be.
I think we need to talk to Morgort.
She gone, isn't she?
The balloon she went to grab for us is gone, but we don't know where she is.
Yeah, because
We know
she
where
took
she
the
hangs
balloon, and we don't know where
She has
went.
the balloon. Yeah, she has the balloon. She left.
1 + 1 is
Fish. I know this.
Well,
It's
I
fish.
mean, I looked at a fucking mirror and it spawned a gelatinous cube, so I don't know what's possible and what's not.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
I say, yeah, let's ask the mushroom guy. Okay. If you were to take us somewhere, could you take us directly where you live, your home, the forest?
he's like kind of still dancing as he's going about his business. And he goes, going into that pot. Gonna get that pot. Oh, gonna get in that pot. Gonna take
Oh
that
my
pot out.
god. Oh my god.
So wait a minute, you
Please don't.
want to go into the pot?
Everybody's trying to get rid of the pot. I'm gonna do it. I did you see me? I killed that thing up there, and now I'm gonna get this pot. I'm gonna be the hero. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, for
Tyr's gonna be like,
argument's sake,
hold up.
Do it.
Nope.
what is your master plan to get rid of the pot, might I ask?
Didn't you see me? I took out that jelly. It almost knocked you out, but not me. I took it out. I killed it. I was the hero.
Wait
I
a
was
minute.
awesome. That was so good.
Time out. I have an idea. I have an idea. And this might be real good or real bad. I don't know which one yet. What if, okay, stay with me here. What if we get the mushroom to teleport the pot to Barovia? Hear me out.
Okay, this is actually a really great idea. However, I do not want to leave him in Barovia, so somebody should go with him to bring him back.
Oh boy.
Oh, no. I don't like that.
I like the idea. I think
I,
there are a lot of random variables involved here.
Okay.
I think Tyr would volunteer if you know the majority of us feel like it's what we want to do, or if Oz is wise enough to talk us out of it.
Well, what does everybody else think?
I think it's a great idea. I didn't really love Barovia, I gotta be honest. Wasn't my favorite place. Kind of scares me, but I'll go back because I can't leave Sporticus.
How does this teleportation work? You guys
Don't you put
went
him
there
on
on
the map
purpose.
peeking at me, you bitch. I see that little motherfucker down there, I swear to God. I kicked your ass once, I'll do it again, you bitch. Okay, I'm sorry.
Where is he?
He had him poking out from behind this hut down here. Oh, make me sweat, bro. I don't like it. So the teleportation, I don't know all the logistics of this. Kaylin, you seem to know more about these circles, but basically we all held hands, and then we were in that place, and then he basically said if we all thought of the place we wanted to go, he could bring us back there. So, you know,
Well, I don't know anything about this place, so how do we all think of a place we don't know about?
I think it has to be
Just-
Liam and I because we have a memory of Barovia.
oh God.
How about this? Liam and I will go back together. We made it out once. We can do it again. You two go with Clapperclaw if we don't come back in an hour.
2 or 3.
You three.
Yeah.
I was like, just making sure that nobody else is going to be doing something.
No.
I think specifically saying that, Clapperclaw would walk up to Liam and kind of tug at his shirt. I was there. I remember it too.
Yeah, you're right. You do. And I
I
guess
mean,
if
we do
anybody
have-
has a good memory of thither, it would be you, Clapperclaw.
We do have a better
Wait.
chance if we.
I've got an idea.
All right. hit
Well,
me.
if you let me read your mind and imagine it, I think I'll see it.
You
Are
mean
you,
Barovia?
Yeah.
Who are you directing it to?
Either of the two that went there, I guess. Kaylin.
I don't know if you want to see what I saw.
Yeah.
If it's that bad, then you guys shouldn't be going.
To be fair, she was kind of a little bit indisposed when we were there. Actually, that's a good point. I don't think you should go back, Caitlin.
I don't want to, but I won't leave you.
I can't expose you to that kind of torment again. Okay, listen. What if Oz reads my mind, and I picture what it looks like. Clapperclaw knows what it looks like. The mushroom guys knows where we're going. We'll be there and back in a jiffy. We'll drop the cauldron off, and that'll be a piece off of Avalorna's board.
Okay. But I'm coming with you.
We'll be right back. It won't take just a moment.
Tyr's going to go behind Kylie and kind of grab the back of her shoulders and be like, no, we're going to stay here this time.
Liam and I will take care of it.
And Tyr, I adore you. I really do. But Liam, you're the only one who's pulled me from the dark. And if you don't make it back, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
I think Liam goes up to her and grabs her hand. That's why I'm asking you to stay. I'll pull you from the dark every time, but I can't lead you blindly into it. I'll come back to you. I promise.
Promise?
I promise.
Okay. I trust you. Sporticus?
Oh yeah, he
I see
jumped
you.
into the pot.
God damn it!
What happened?
Yeah, so in fact, as he's jumped into the pot, there's a small plume of kind of magical smoke as out of the pot. You guys see a giant dragonfly.
What the fuck?
Like from the carnival?
Oh yeah, actually very similar to the ones at the carnival.
Do we actually see that thing writing it too?
No, that's just the token. I mean, it's the
Let
same token
Let me
from
show
the
you
carnival.
guys real quick. Sorry, I forgot them on the map screen. There you go.
Wait a minute.
Sporticus, is that you?
As you know, in a dragonfly fashion, these things kind of zip around a little bit. It kind of like zips up to Oz, but because of its size, the wind pressure almost kind of blows you guys back, and then it kind of dips back to the pot, and like it's like aggressively flying at the pot as if trying to attack it.
Aw, buddy.
Well, there went a ride.
Hey, buddy, do you think you can still Witter Shins us to Barovia?
Oh no.
As almost immediately the dragonfly starts flying counterclockwise like several times, but nothing happens.
Oh,
Oh,
damn it.
God, nothing happens. Oh.
All right, we got a new familiar.
Well, now we have a dragonfly. we
And
can
we
ride.
lost their teleportation.
All right, Clapperclaw.
I was so confident that was the way to take it off the board. Damn it.
I thought it was a great
will
idea.
Say, after just a couple minutes, though, the dragonfly midair kind of poofs, and
Oh,
down falls this little mushroom, who kind of bounces off the ground.
Oh my God.
okay. All right.
Oh my
You're
God.
giving me a heart attack, man.
Oh my God.
Elfies. We have something that can actually potion up some of this. We could put it in the cauldron bottle.
Do it.
Oh, do we have bottles?
Okay.
Well, it has a ladle. I mean, it clearly has some
Yeah.
sort of magical properties.
Yeah.
Like, we could ladle
Okay.
it into the cauldron thing and put a lid on it.
All right, I'll go over and I'll do that.
Sounds like a plan.
Since I had the
Exactly.
cauldron thing.
And as Kalen
Oh.
goes back, the mushroom follows and starts
No.
like
I swear.
he goes back and starts like headbutting this cauldron, like he's fighting it, like he's doing everything he can.
I'm going to pick him up and put him in the fucking jar.
Wait,
like,
no, wait, put him back in again. I want to see if he turns into a dragonfly again. If he turns into something else.
I'm afraid to do it again.
I don't want to do it again, buddy. We have other things for you. All right. I love the enthusiasm. I really, really do, buddy. I swear.
I'm like, kill it. I'm gonna be the hero. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna save everybody again. You guys are gonna owe me.
Oh, you. Oh, okay. Oh, you. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So ladling it in. I've got my jar. Excellent. All right, Team Barovia. Before we do anything else, can you take them to Barovia and get them back to thither?
He kind of like for the first time stops dancing and really is like thinking hard. Barovia. I know thither. Barovia.
Oh boy.
It was
That-
the spooky, kind of like dim, not much light. You took us there last time.
Here's gonna.
The adventure that I wanted to go on. Yeah, no, we can go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure. That sounds awesome.
Excellent.
That sounds very unpromising.
So Tyr's just gonna reach out to the mushroom and be like, did you get to Barovia by accident, or did you know that place existed?
Well, I mean, every time we, unless we're focused on something, we just, we use the face circles and then off we go. And then we end up somewhere else. And it's fun. It's an adventure. That's why we all go together.
Okay, so if Clapperclaw, I, and Oz all think of it, that should, in theory, get us to where we need to go. That's how we got back the last time, is Kalen, Clapperclaw, and I thought about the swamp, and that's how we got back. So as long as, the majority of us are thinking of it, I'm confident we can make it back. Our attention deficit friend aside. It's going to be okay.
I'm getting more nervous about this plan, Liam. I gotta be honest.
It's going to be okay. We got this.
Yeah. So,
Here's the problem. If you're taking Clapperclaw, we have no way to meet you back in Thither. He knows how to get to Thither. If you take both the mushroom and Clapperclaw, how do we
We come back
we
here.
meet?
Yeah, we come directly back here.
Does he know how to get back here?
Who?
Sporticus.
Well, remember,
guys,
as long
I
as Clapperclaw, myself, and Oz all think of the swamp, we should come back here. That's how we got back last time.
if you think of it, and if you actually remember it well, do you remember what saved us before?
I do.
Wait a minute. What?
He-
This
Oh.
seems like it's not as straightforward as you guys are making it out.
Yeah, I was about to say, Tyr's gonna reach down. He's gonna grab the mushroom and be like, I don't like this.
Yeah, I think we abort this plan. I don't think the cauldron's worth it at this point if it's this risky.
Here's holding the mushroom. He's doing the Rocky. Is like just shadow boxing the air like he is just a superstar right now.
I mean, option 2 is we just let the little mushroom guy take the thing off and hope that it ends up in a place that's not near the hack. But maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't that big a deal.
I just, from my standpoint, I don't know that it's gonna work the same way that it worked last time.
Yeah, if everybody's against it, then, I mean, Liam will let it go.
I thought it was a really great idea, but the idea of leaving, there's too big of a chance that we get separated.
I understand. All right, well then, if that's the case, if we're X-Nan plan blow up the cauldron, maybe we just GTFO. Maybe we get to where we're going.
Elfie really feels that going to see if his item is back at the top of the hag's hut after the wish. You
Where would it?
kind of get teleported
Where-
around a lot, so I didn't get a chance to bring it up before. I mean, seeing if it's upstairs again.
We
Just
don't have a way to get back through the upstairs window without going all the way through, do we?
I mean, could throw our little mushroom friend back in the pot, and if he turns to a dragonfly, we could ride him up there.
Nope, Tyr still got him in his hand. We ain't doing that again.
This is a mechanic question about like how the items work. So the first time that Kaylin and Elfie were near their items, they could feel it, right?
We sensed it. Yeah, we could sense it was
Correct.
somewhere near us. Do you sense it?
If you sense
does
it, we'll
not.
go back. Without a shadow of a doubt. If you sense it, we'll go.
Mm. See, I didn't know I had that same feeling. It was just Kaylin's feeling that I remember it being there. Not. I didn't realize I had a pull to it as well.
Yeah, it's not quite as intense. Hers was a little different because I mean it's arguably a person, right? Like her quarries is arguably another being that was calling to her, where the rest of you just kind of have an innate magic sense that's kind of drawing you.
And I don't feel that at all.
You do not.
Okay. So I'm up for whatever.
All right,
Yeah,
buddy.
I say we go hither.
How do we? You said you know how to get us there. How do we get there?
He kind of takes a real deep breath. He goes, "It's a walk, but I know how to get through the fog."
Okay.
He starts to lead you guys. He kind of takes you to the edge of Hither. He takes you.
Hold on, just a quick question.
Yeah, what's
Were
up?
we not trying to use the mushroom to get back to the mushroom's family?
Is that what you guys are trying to do?
So
That was what I was just trying to clarify.
Yeah, the only thing about that is if we don't trust the mushroom to take us to Barovia and back, like, do we trust him to take us directly?
No, he seemed. So he specifically said, like, yeah, thither. I can get you to thither, didn't he?
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Ace.
I mean, the only two people who are gonna.
He said that.
Do we all have to? I thought we all had to think of
Yeah,
this. same
and if we
place.
can't.
Well, we
None of
didn't
us
think
have
of
been to
Barovia.
thither.
I'll tell you that. We did not think of Barovia, and he got
That
us
was a
there. So
random-
Right.
that was a
He
random.
definitely
Correct.
pulled that deep from my.
Well, he's also told you guys if you don't think of anything,
I see. It's a random
just
place.
an
Okay.
adventure.
Okay. That's
so
fair.
Clapper Claw's
Okay.
our
All
most
right.
reliable direct route.
Yep,
Okay.
Clapperclaw it is.
I mean,
Plus, he needs
as
this
long
win.
as we're together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so while we're traveling, I think Tyr's gonna like have his hand like held out like this and just be dancing with the as we're going.
I think the whole time he's dancing, he's like talking. He's having a whole conversation with Tyr. He goes, "Dan, that jelly thing didn't even stand a chance. I took it out so fast. It was awesome. I was like one punch. I just knocked him out. He didn't even see it coming."
Absolutely, I think you did a number on the gelatinous cube.
That said, after a while, Clapperclaw takes you guys far to the east. You encounter a mountain range that is just, the fog is thicker than you've ever seen anywhere else so far. You really, really struggle to see anything. Clapperclaw kind of reaches back and says, "Somebody grab onto me." As he continues to move forward, he seems confident. He's almost, he's done this before, but I'm almost like without looking, he is one step after another step after another. As he continues to lead you guys through here, you do start to hear other noises, things that don't fit in, things that are off. You start to hear these kind of groans and this roaring noise and this clash of noise that is just very different than what you guys are used to. And as you kind of slowly make your way carefully through this fog, first of all, the first thing that I think really sets you guys off, who currently has the ticket that you guys found in the hut?
Oh, that was me.
I did hand that off.
Because I had put it under my pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys make your way through, the first thing that happens is that ticket turns into a bat and immediately flies off into the fog.
Ew. Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
Again, you carry on further, and there are a couple other bats that kind of zip by you guys real quick. I mean, they don't seem to be messing with you, just kind of passing through the area. You also hear wolves howling in the distance. They almost kind of circling. They're around you. They're in the area, but you don't see them. You just hear this noise. This kind of chill sets into the air as you continue forward. You go
Before we
a little further.
continue, can you speak with animals on any of them to hear? Like, can I interpret anything they're saying with speak with animals?
We know wolf there. I think maybe for Kalen specifically, you have this kind of that same chilling feeling that kind of crawls up your spine, where you get the feeling that the balance here is different. You get the feeling that while you are within this, I'm going to call it a barrier, if you will, while you are within this barrier, space is a very strange construct, and the dividing line between different spaces is very thin here, to the point where I think you feel some poles are impacting you more, some poles impacting you less. But I think you guys carry on just a short while longer before you enter this expansive, this massive, super dense forest. The sounds of the swamp fade away as things kind of settle into just calm. You finally break through, and I think the first thing that's noticeable specifically to Kalen, it's dark here. The sun's not up. There's stars above all of you.
huh? Okay.
It's late at night, in the distance, all you guys can see is this small mouth of a cave. It's got a light in it, and Clapperclaw leads you guys forward, and he stops just a little ways in front of it. And I think he waits for everybody to kind of like, pull around in a circle a little bit. And I think he looks specifically to Liam, kind of more or less looking for approval, before he points and he goes, "That's Nib's cave. Nib will help you guys. He takes care of me. He helped me get out. He'll help." And he kind of, in a last effort, turns to Liam. He goes, "Should I stay or should I go back?"
I think that Liam maybe looks around to everybody and then says, "What do you think you should do?"
You asking us?
Well, so I was more like just like kind of looking at you guys to see if you said anything. And
Okay.
then I would have said to him specifically, "What do you think you should do? What do you feel like you should do?"
And I think he kind of lowers his head a little bit and goes, "I really want to help, but after what happened in the hut, I feel like I might put everyone in danger."
You've helped a ton so far, so we're in your debt.
He kind of
I
nods
believe
a
in
little.
you.
Listen, I'm not great when things get scary, but I know a lot of things. I feel like if I stay, I could at least help you guys get there safely.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. I mean, we all get each other into trouble sometimes, so if you're willing to take that risk, then we'll do what we can to keep you safe.
And the important thing,
And
Certainly use some help around here, because you definitely know more about this place than we do.
yeah, and as well, Tyr's gonna just reach out and say, we'll do everything we can to protect you if you want to stay.
He kind of takes a minute to really think. He goes, I'm gonna stay here, but if things get bad, I'll go. I don't want you guys to get in trouble because of me."
Fair?
I agree. I think if things get bad, that you should first and foremost protect yourself, because we can't worry about fighting if we're worried for your safety. And that's not meant as in a bad way. It's a good thing that we care about you. It's a good that we want to protect you.
Do you
But
know if healing magic works on you?
He kind of like thinks about it and goes, "I mean, I don't know. I don't think anything's ever like actually like physically hurt me. I mean, I've fallen down a couple times and I just kind of, as he reaches down and like picks up some of the grass and like stuffs it into him and like just kind of fills this like scarecrow body back up."
Tyr's just gonna ask everybody, like, is anybody able to heal anybody with like cantrips, or is it like level spells, or
it's all level.
Yeah, it's leveled spells, but something tells me that as long as we have access to grass, he'll be okay, is what I'm getting.
We'll might want to avoid fire.
Fire's probably not great.
And also, it was super brave what you did in the hut, but please don't ever do that again.
I think he like his head kind of drops a little bit. He goes, I wanted to help. I don't want anybody to get hurt."
Yeah. Your intentions were good and it was helpful, but again, it made us worry about you. We don't want you to get hurt either. Okay.
That said, I think he might be less squishy than we thought.
That's true.
And as long as we don't see fire, I will ask that if you see fire, please don't run into it. But otherwise, maybe we should carry around some grass with us.
All right, then it's decided. Looks like you're joining the party, Bob.
Kind of nods. You kind of got like a small sigh of relief. He goes, "I'm gonna help. I'm gonna find a way to help." He kind of leads you guys into this real small cave, real cozy. He kind of escorts you guys in. That said, as you guys make your way in, I'm gonna have Oz specifically give me a perception check.
Oh, all right, 1 second. On my sheet.
Hell yeah.
Nat
25.
20. Let's go.
Yeah. So as you guys make your way into the cave, Oz, you specifically, and here, let me pull this out. Kind of pinned to one of the trees just outside the cave, you find this flyer. And I think it specifically catches your eye as the figure that's drawn on there. Like, for whatever reason, just like you notice that and you're like, what the hell is that? And you kind of take a second to stop and actually look at this thing. And you see that it's actually a wanted poster. You take a minute to actually read it, and it says, "Special offer. Bring this little brat to me, and you can claim one item of your choice from my workshop. Signed, Granny Nightshade."
Hmm. And that's the drawing that's on it, is that?
That is the drawing that's on it.
That is a figure I recognize.
I don't know so much recognize. I think like it's kind of one of those things that in passing you look at it and like for a brief moment I think you might think you do, but like the more you look at it you're like, nah, maybe not.
Okay. Well, I'll point it out to everybody. So it looks like Granny Nightshade's got some bounties out.
Do you recognize this person, Clapperclaw?
Clapperclaw like kind of excitedly nods. He goes, "Yeah, I hope to meet him someday. He's kind of a hero."
What's his name?
Well, that's Will.
Okay. What did Will do to make Granny Nightshade mad?
Well, Will and everyone else at Little Oak, they help the kids get out. They sneak into Loom Lurch and they help people get out. They helped me get out.
Interesting.
At Little Oak?
Yeah, I didn't get to meet Will. Apparently they told me that he was dealing with Granny Nightshade, but Little Oak is where they stay. It's their treehouse.
Oh, wait. Whose treehouse? Will's treehouse or the kid's treehouse?
Well, everybody. I mean, Will's just a kid too.
Oh.
Tyr being kind of dumb. You said that the poster, the thing was, his name was Will.
He nods. He goes, "Yeah, Will the Feywild."
Okay, that's where I was going. Is his last name Feywild?
And Clapperclaw kind of takes you guys, and he goes, "Yeah, but come on, you guys got to meet Nib. He's really great." As he leads you into the back of this cave where there is but a single torch, you see this weary older man wearing a blindfold as he sits at a spinning wheel, and around him are stacks of gold. I mean, just piles and piles of gold. I mean, easily 20, 30,000 gold pieces have absolutely surrounded this guy. As Clapperclaw walks in and just, "Hey Nib, how you doing today?" And he kind of in this, tired, kind of somber voice, "Oh, Clapperclaw, it's been some time." And he kind of pauses and listens, and you've brought friends. Are you helping get more people out of thither? And Clapperclaw kind of takes a second and goes, "No, not this time. This time I'm helping some new friends. We're gonna get to Loomlurch and we're gonna make a difference." As he kind of like looks back to the group in the hopes of like getting reassurance that everybody is kind of has the same goal that he has.
Yeah.
And Nib calls out and goes, "Well, any friends of yours are friends of mine. Please come in. In fact, I would love for all of you to stay the night here, and in fact, I think I could probably do a little bit to help you, if you'll accept that is."
Absolutely. However, before we say that, what can we offer you in return?
He kind of looks just barely over his shoulder, not even fully looking back behind him before he kind of shudders a little bit and like snaps his head back forward. And he goes, "By letting me help you, it will help me pay off my debt. It will help me alleviate." Again, he kind of shudders a little bit, like just you could tell something's almost gnawing at him. "It'll help me put them to rest." As he picks up a handful of these gold coins and starts pouring them into this spinning wheel that almost immediately turns them into this shimmering golden thread.
That's an interesting trick. I didn't know you could turn the hunks of gold into golden thread. What's the golden thread used for?
Goes, "You name it, I can make it. I mean, there's only so much here, so I can only do so much, but I'm pretty good at manipulating this stuff by now, and truthfully, the more of it I can use to pay off these debts, the more of them I can put to rest. You see, I come from a little town called Waterdeep. I made some bad bets. I made some bad deals. I racked up quite a bit of debt. It's not good. And, well, I was made an offer to make the debt go away, and to be fair, well, fortunately, Granny Nightshade's word isn't worth a whole lot, and she said to pay off the debt, I have to use it to make amends. So every coin I ever borrowed, every coin I ever took, every coin I ever gambled sits behind me with," and he kind of like grunts a little bit, "with the voices attached to it from the people that I took it from and the people that I wronged to acquire it, who remind me every waking minute of every day of the wrong that I did."
I'm gonna feel real bad saying this then. Tier 11, the gold, has been trying to stuff his pockets with it.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, there's upwards of 30,000 there, so you let me know how much you're taking out of it.
I've just been taking some handfuls. I wouldn't say it's very many, but
Has my passive perception noticed that Tyr is doing this?
Oh yeah, you've noticed.
Tyr, put it down.
why?
These are
Look how much
souls.
gold is here.
Tyr, these are souls. There are souls in this gold.
Did you say souls?
Yes.
Real quick, VP,
Tyr's
do you
gonna-
still have that picture?
Tyr's
saved
gonna
on
just
your
start
DS?
throwing all the gold back. Like,
Yes. Let me find it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know there were souls.
It's okay. It's okay, buddy. I wouldn't have guessed it. I gotta admit.
Hands free. I'm good.
So what was this deal? Obviously, you have to
There
pay
it is.
this off,
Got it.
and it haunts you. Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack there. When you said you put them to rest, is it that each time you get to use the golden thread that a soul is put to rest?
He just nods as he kind of picks up a set of knitting needles, and you see him like masterfully start to weave this golden thread that I think as he does, you can even tell it starts to like literally change material form. It goes from this kind of golden thread to like he starts to put together like a set of like chainmail that is like quickly coming together, made of something entirely different. And he kind of nods and he goes, "Yeah, the more I use, the more I can pay off what I owed and allow them to rest easy that it was not stolen from them."
Who's that one going to?
Kind of shakes his head. He goes, "Nobody yet, but I hope all of you will let me work on it and at the very least offer you something before you leave. You please rest in my home, stay the night, and while you rest this evening, I will gladly work on whatever I can for you."
Absolutely. Well, if there's anything else that you think of in terms of what we can do to help, I can tell you that we're gonna do our best to. I hear there's some kids that might be trapped with Granny, and we intend to get them out.
He kind of nods and goes, "You teach her a lesson and you do what you can to help Will, and that's more than I could ever repay." As mechanically, I'm going to tell you guys that all of you can pick any one common or uncommon magic item, and he's absolutely able to craft it for you.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Oh man.
Also, absolutely a safe place, so you're all going to get a long rest this evening, and I think we will call it there for the night.
All right.
Time for some researching, picking out some
Yeah.
items.
Well, also worth noting, while you guys are researching, you have entered a new land of Prismere, so you will also level up.
I knew it. I knew it.
And a feat. Let's go.
Let's go.
It's feat level time.
I do love my feet. Let's go.
I love my feet.
Oh man. All right. Well, that was.
Here was in defeat.
Wake up one night, he's just sniffing everybody's socks. Like, what the fuck are you
Oh,
doing? All right. Well, that was great. I had a great time. Hopefully, everybody else did too. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Before we sign off, we are gonna remind y'all who we are and who we played, and that's the feat content we're here for. Oh my. Do we want to talk now about when we're looking to play again? I know some of us are going on trips this week.
Yeah, I think we were planning. We could still do next Sunday. We'll bring our stuff on our trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I specifically don't have anything in the foreseeable future, so I'm good.
Next Sunday works for me.
Foxy?
Yeah, we
Might
can circle
around.
back around to it.
Yep.
We'll circle back to it. All right. Well, cool. Yeah. I have been Vincent Page. I've been Nephilim or Liam, your tiefling bard, your apparently new parental guardian to some weird scarecrow kid and a mushroom. It's been weird. Thank you guys for hanging out. Ace.
Yeah, I've been Ace. I've been the DM. I've been just about everybody else tonight. So it's about to really start getting interesting. So I'm excited to play next session.
Is Foxy here?
Don't think so. I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
you've gone.
We'll just go ahead and throw it to Jason then.
No, I'm Jason. Good night from Oz. We just had a hopping good time.
Oh my God, you're doing it twice.
He's got to make up that inspiration he burned real early on in the session. You know what I mean? All right.
I'm Lady Stuff, and I have been Kaylin. Good night.
I'm Cheer Fire Fist. I'm the half orc barbarian, and it's been a fun night. So let's do it again.
Awesome. Well, I guess what we'll do is, since we put a pin in the conversation, I'll try to post in the Discord when the next session is going to be. But just as a reminder for folks, if you came in late or you're missing some context for what we're doing, this is the 4th episode, so we have the other 3 uploaded to YouTube. You can go check that out. It's in my link tree or whatever. And if you're watching this back on YouTube, thank you.
that's incredible for you to come and hang out while we do this really, really fun and crazy thing. We are going to find somebody to raid, so if anybody has any suggestions, that would be awesome. As I frick up the cameras right here, probably.
The only one that I have that's live is Pixel, so it's whatever you want to do.
Okay. Actually, I will send you guys over to Two Dog. Looks like he's playing some Valheim. That looks fun.
Oh, I didn't have 2 Dog. I couldn't remember where we found him from.
Yeah, not all good. Yeah, so you guys go say hey to him, and we'll catch y'all later. I'll be live with some normal game stuff this week. I think that, which I need to run this by. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Dr. Chicken Mama is an incredible username. I think that we're going to play some Split Fiction this week. I need to get with Pam and see when she's free this week, but since stuff's going to be on a trip, Baldur's Gate will be on a little bit of a hiatus, so. That stuff's alt account, Dr. Chicken Mama. Oh god, that would be the ultimate troll, though. That would be the ultimate troll. But yeah, so we'll probably do some Split Fiction. All right, good night, everybody. We'll catch you guys later. Let me deafen up in here, and then you guys are clear.